Welcome back, people. It is episode 11 of season 6 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We got a fair amount to get into today. Before we do, like, follow, share it with a friend. We got strange and unusual topics and a heavy one this week. We got some divorced people doing goofy stuff on live. We got some former estranged Ohio State officials getting in a little bit of trouble. We got some basketball players scoring an egregious amount of points. Team Italy doing big things in the World Baseball Classic, and a packed NFL segment. It's the Taxi Squad podcast.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. Kick back and relax for now. They talk about sports and stupid stuff. So they're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back, it's the Taxi Squad, yeah.
Vince, how you doing?
Wow, that was so calm. That was wildly calm. I'm doing great, dude.
Vince,
How are you?
Well, you threw a curveball at me before we started there.
Yeah,
and I can't
you said, am I good
on?
on both ends? And I said, your butthole looks as good as your mouth, is what I said, okay? And I don't know, but I assume, because I assume you have good colon health. So what do you want me to do?
Hey, I don't know. To all our male listeners out there, you may want to call her. I'm great, man. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Got on my Sox hat that some people may consider to be blue.
It looks black. Maybe due to the lighting, because I have seen that in person, and I think I landed on the blue team. I do.
No, it's like the blue dress with a gold dress.
I know, but it's like when you think of the White Sox with the red, the uniforms they have, it was dark blue. Yeah. The Carlton Fisks, if you will.
Yeah, maybe. But the hat rocks. Go White Sox.
I'm
Team
pissed.
Italy
I'm pissed at you, dude.
Why, dude?
You didn't even compliment my haircut.
Oh, dude, you still got the lettuce?
Oh yeah.
The lettuce. There it is.
It's not going anywhere.
The lettuce. That's the thickest head on the internet right there.
The business hockey cut is what I'm calling it. That's what I got.
The business, Vince, you never been on ice skates a day in your life. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's the hockey cut. And I have been on ice skates. It's just embarrassing when I am.
I was about to say, you on ice skates just doesn't track.
It's not great. I turn very pigeon-legged, Rudy Gobert, deer in a headlight situation when I'm doing it. Never learned how to walk, but once you get some speed, the thing is, the speed's the easy part. The stopping's the hard part, but I digress.
You know, you sound like a guy who's never ice skated a day in his life.
I have. I'm just bad at it. It's like me. If you put me on a snowboard, it's the same thing.
Like LeBron James talking about a new book he read over here. Like he's like, stopping. It's the hard. That's the hard part.
That's my favorite quote. I've always said that.
I've always said that. What's your favorite part of ice skating?
Not to bury the lead, but I did see a couple of memes yesterday where it was the LeBron James interview, and it was like, oh, yeah, I knew right away that Bam was going to score 83. That's been going around.
Exactly.
That's been going around.
That's
been going around. Newsflash,
Bam was
people.
Going to score 83.
Bam Adebayo scored 83 points in a totally legitimate fashion last night.
I don't know about all that. We'll get into it. I watched the highlights. They played the fucking Wizards,
funny.
Okay?
Well, hey, the Wizards are good now.
No, they're not.
They have 2 All-Stars.
That doesn't make you good.
I don't know. Some people would say. They weren't good last night. That's for sure. We'll get into it.
You brought it up.
I just wanted to bring up a meme. I fuck with memes.
I fuck with memes. Dude,
my references are crazy.
Dude, that goes so thick. Everybody knows that. Dude.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that, Vince. Man, there's some weeks of the month and year that are stranger and unusual than others, and many weeks. This week has just maybe taken the cake.
We have strange stuff that isn't even going to be in this segment because there's so much strange stuff.
There was so much strange right now.
You got this thing where you always bring the infidelity in. I don't know why, but
it's on me.
I never bring up the infidelity. You always bring up the infidelity, and I say, yeah, that's strange. But you're 2-0 this week on infidelity.
You know what, Vince? I'm not going to be criticized because I'm an artist, okay? I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I curate this content for this podcast.
I just said a fact, and your reaction is unbeknownst to the fact shared. It's just what
erroneous. Happened. Erroneous. On both counts,
what do you call it when
you
what do you call it when you plant something and then someone picks it up and then you get arrested for it? Entrapment? I think that's really what I left you in, was entrapment there. That's the only illegal thing I did here.
Erroneous. Okay? The only thing I'm going to say is that I like to find some strange topics for the pod so I can talk about them with my friend. Now, every now and again, you're not lying. I find some strange shit. But that's a part of the art, Vince. I'm an artist.
Motherfucker's got TMZ on his notifications.
I'm an
for
artist.
Instagram. You're like, what's up on TNC right now? Let me see if
I scour the internets, not necessarily the TMZs.
Okay? TMZ.com.
No, I scour the internets, the TikToks and the Instagrams.
Who's that ugly son of a gun that's in charge of TMZ?
I don't know.
TMZ host. What's that guy's name? Harvey Levin.
Yep.
You know that
nice
son
Italian
of a gun?
Kid.
Yeah,
Nice
he's the most annoying man on the planet.
Nice Italian boy.
Is he Italian?
Sure
he's given Jewish to me.
No way. All right, let's talk about it. So
yeah, Jewish. There you go. Okay, go on.
Go figure. Go figure. So Dwight Howard may or may not have, allegedly been with dudes in the past. Allegedly been with dudes.
That was just
allegedly
a story.
That was just a story. May or may not have touched somebody's butt, but that's fine. No diddy.
I don't care.
Has a wife. He has a wife. Okay. She goes on TikTok Live the other night and proceeded to put a giant bag of a white substance in the frame and talk about how her marriage to Dwight Howard is being ruined by said white substance, not creatine, and that their child has been taken by DFS. Okay, so there's a whole storyline here, allegedly, once again.
This is what she alleged, right? This is what she alleged.
She alleged this, saying that the substance is ruining their marriage and that he's demanded exclusive rights over his Georgia mansion and that this is just ruining them. And she has her own money and all this happy, good stuff. Well, she goes on this tirade. Yes.
How long were they married, Mike?
Not seeing that part.
6 months.
Oh, yeah, this is a flash, and she's.
It feels it. I'm not saying he's completely like everything's rescinded from what he's done.
I'm saying allegedly.
Like,
allegedly, this is what she came out.
I don't use that shit, and they've been married for 6 months. Short-lived marriage. Cites no hope for it to go further. They get married 6 months later. Now it's an issue. I don't know.
It's a scotch. How do I put it? It's a little sketchy.
I have a hard time thinking that either of them are being truthful, to be honest.
Yeah, something happened behind the scenes. After she went live, she brought up the bag of the white substance, went into it, actually had a vessel that you quote unquote partake with the white substance.
What, did he love baking? He keeps baking. Right. I can't.
Baking
we don't have any intimacy because he just keeps baking all the time.
He's just really into baking.
He loves making muffins, and I just want him to kiss me.
I just need the love, not in the kitchen. Just need him to love me in this way and not in this way. But
it's like when all those kids in High School Musical bullied that kid because he loves to bake. You remember that shit?
I can't say I've watched High School Musical.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. Stick to the status quo. You bake, you can't be cool. It's like, all right, what are we doing here?
Leave the kid alone. He liked to bake, and whatever the hell his name was one of the best.
Creme brulee, dude. What are we doing?
He's one of the best basketball players in all of Disney ever. Okay,
he's tied, bitch.
He's tied.
Go.
So Dwight Howard then files for divorce after she goes on live. The funny part about live, she's saying, this is ruining us. This is ruining us. Well, clearly she puts some in the palm of her hand. Okay.
Ooh.
Alleged white substance. And then in this crazy tirade she's going on, wipes her nose and sniffs in like Amber Heard during her fucking deposition.
Uh-oh. That Justin Bieber song. Damn.
Remember when Amber Heard did the
and got Johnny Depp got the boot from Fantastic Beasts from that.
Yeah. Poor Johnny Depp. This is once again.
Yeah, he was up to some fucking shit too, but it wasn't like
he just liked to get drunk,
she,
you know?
She ran him through the ringer for no reason.
Again,
Dwight Howard could very well be a horrible father. He could be doing drugs. It's just more like this stinks a little. It stinks a little bit. It
does stink. We've seen a lot of men, especially in the limelight, be ruined by some crazy women. Now, after, once again, goes on the live ends next morning, boom, files for divorce. They're done. They're over.
Yeah. She
was like talking like a pure blown, how do I put this? Addict.
Okay. I was like, where are you going with this? Yeah.
Just like these baseless claims and just everything out of the blue. So
maybe they do it together.
I'm
and that's
leaning Team Howard.
I'm leaning Team Howard too. I'm leaning Team Howard. This is it doesn't feel like this is the end of this saga, to say the least. No. And I'm also not going to act as ignorant to say that celebrities, especially post-career, can get hooked on drugs. It's possible. But they weren't married for 7 years. They were married for less than a year. So that's a different scenario.
An alleged substance that is white is usually a party drug. It's a slippery slope for many, many people.
Sure.
Claim it to be too good, like creatine. Mm-hmm. And you know, that doesn't have positive effects, though. So
depends on who you ask.
This is very true.
Performance?
Very true.
In what capacity? Who knows?
Right.
Who am I to say?
Exactly.
Who am I to say, dude?
Exactly. Who are you to say? But
I wouldn't know.
We'll have to keep tabs on what happens. You know, if Dwight maybe goes to court, I doubt it.
This is going to a court for sure.
Oh, it's got
or it's going to go settlement and it's going to get sticky.
Think it's getting a little sticky, Vince?
It might get syrup on a hot cake, Mike. That's all I'm saying. Well, sticky.
Syrup on a hot cake.
Sticky.
What kind of hot cake?
Let's go blueberry.
Why not a waffle? One could
know,
say.
Dude. I was thinking just easy, quick. It takes longer to cook a waffle than it does a hot cake. Whip, pour it down, flip it, done. It's a 6-month marriage. A waffle is like 2 years. If we're talking crepes,
so like one,
that's year-longs to learn how to do that.
Huh. So one could say that Dwight Howard's gonna cook that thing up and flip it and reverse it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. It's
what is it?
Yep. It's just the same thing backwards, dude. Like when Snapchat implemented the backwards thing and people were like, oh my God, it's her just saying it backwards. The more you know. Yeah, good luck, Dwight. And good luck, Amy, whatever your name is, Luciani, the rapper.
Yeah, she's a rapper.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
We'll go from drug use in marriages to complete infidelity. How do you feel about that, Mike?
I love once again.
No, you don't. You like stories about it. You're
right.
not a fan of it. I hope not.
I like the stories about it. It's a lot of
okay.
fun to read about because these people, you just really think about what's going through their mind. And I mean, okay, is the Big Ten, let's just rephrase that in the corporate terms. Let's reframe this.
Okay.
Right? Let's reframe this. Mm-hmm. So reframing this is the states of Ohio and Michigan.
Sure.
From a college standpoint, very horny. Like horny.
Like what if you do like a Wonderlic test? It's like speeding and traffic incidents are to Georgia as what is to the Big Ten?
Infidelity?
Yeah. Correct, dude. 100% on the one question test.
Should we talk about Ted, Vince?
Ted.
And not
Ted.
the bear.
Ted, what are you doing, Ted?
Well, season 2 of Ted on Peacock is out, okay? And
That's
I
not what
just
we're
love
talking
Ted.
about, Mike. You know
Ted.
that.
Ted, him and Johnny going around Boston talking like Peter Griffin, even though it's not Peter Griffin.
It's same guy, but Ted.
It's kind of the same guy, but his name is Ted, and he's a teddy bear.
Yeah. This is Ted Carter.
Ted Carter.
Hey,
So shout out to
Mr.
Ted
Carter. Hello.
He's been around the world, and now he's out. Now,
He's back again.
Ohio State University President Walter, a.k.a. Ted Carter Jr., has resigned after admitting he had an inappropriate relationship with someone who he said was seeking public resources, whatever that means. Carter has submitted his resignation on Saturday, and the university accepted on Sunday. It was announced on Monday morning. Ohio State's Board of Trustees said in a statement that Carter's recently disclosed to trustees an inappropriate relationship with someone seeking public resources to support her personal business and offered to resign. What kind of business is this lady running that she needs this type
if
of
we're talking
resources?
about Chrysanth Vlachos, I think is how you say her
hot?
name. She is okay visually.
Let's see her. Let's see her.
Dude,
Put it up
if we're
there.
not- I'm not going to put her up there if I'm not putting Ted up there. You know?
Put her and Ted up there.
All right. Well, this here is Ted.
Let's get a look at Ted.
This here is Ted. Zoom, 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 zoom. Like the Mazda commercial. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There's Ted.
Shout out to Ted.
Ted's an older man, to say the least.
He needs support in the bedroom, to put it lightly.
And, oh, there's the two of them together. Ah, what a couple.
No way.
But no, different pictures, but it's just a side by side.
Oh.
Love is in
Teddy.
the air. Love
Teddy.
is in the air. Ted Carter and Chrysanth Vlachos. She is the co-host / host of a pro-military podcast called the Call Out Podcast.
Of course.
That is
Here we go.
is hosted in none other than Columbus, Ohio, where Ohio State resides, my friend. And what I assume is that she wanted support / access / money from the Ohio State University for said podcast that she. Oh, here's a picture of them together. Uh-oh.
Vince got it. What investigative journalism this podcast brings you. Oh. Zoom in. Let's get some zoomage.
Where's that hand, Ted?
Where's that hand go? Oh, they were banging. They for sure
you
were
can tell
banging.
because she's got her arm around the other guy, but she, that she wants it for.
She's leaning more Ted. He's a tall, dapper guy. Wears the red tie with the little buckeye. Right? Come on. He's got the money. Chances are, I don't know. I'm assuming he's a married man. Midwest.
He is and might not be. But
more.
I would just say that there is a vacancy in Ohio State, and maybe if Michigan needs an employee, they should go and get Ted. Need I not remind you that Urban Meyer's departure from Ohio State was of a similar ilk? That's all I'm saying. And also him going to the Jaguars and then going to Ohio and then suddenly not flying back with the team because he had interest in co-eds. He also worked at Ohio State. So this is not an Ohio State anti-podcast, but it's neither a pro podcast either. I would just like to keep it out there as I sip.
Vince, like I said earlier, the Midwest as a whole is just maybe the horniest region in the country, especially when it comes to college ADs.
I would say almost only college ADs, I would assume. As far as horny is
It's
considered,
next
it
level.
doesn't seem like the Midwest is the horniest place in the world. Drunkest, sure. Horniest? I don't know.
Absolutely. Not a doubt in my mind, really. I mean, if you stack it up against the Southeast, if you stack it up even against, the Pacific
West.
Northwest and the
What about
Southwest.
Utah post-marriage?
Well,
Actually,
yeah, but that's binded by John Smith, aka God.
yeah. But I
Right?
don't know. They be popping out kids crazy. But that's not about.
Well,
this
that's
is just
kind of
about.
like
This is just about
that's
Ted.
the union.
This
Well,
is just about Ted.
Ted. Here's what happened to Ted. All right, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened.
Okay, tell me what happened to Ted. Let's go.
All right. Ted's big wig guy, right? He's a big wig at Ohio State, probably has multiple degrees, masters, probably a doctor of some sort or
Could
going
be.
to be a doctor, and is probably a well-endowed businessman. Let's just put it that way.
Endowed?
He could have a hammer.
Or you think he's got
Now-
a piece on him?
He's probably got a piece, Vince. Now,
Okay.
well, I mean, you've seen the size of this guy.
He was in the Navy.
Okay,
was.
so he's a seaman.
Yeah. He is
Right?
a seaman. He must be endowed.
See? So she was trying to find the, in quote, resources. And the resources were the old sausage, right? So she thought she was a little spicy thing herself.
Oh.
He's not used to that. He's an
East
Okay.
Coaster, Ted is.
See? Okay.
Born
So
and raised
there you
Rhode
go.
Island. Then he becomes
Island,
the 8th
okay,
president
yeah.
of University of Nebraska, 62nd
Okay.
superintendent of the Naval Academy, and the U.S. Naval War College from 2013 to 2014 before assuming his role as the president of Ohio State.
There it is. There it is. That's where she got
Ted.
that. She's like, okay, I have this podcast. I need, in quote, resources, aka the Picheline. And they were going to get outed. He said, you know what? I'm just going to get ahead of this. I'm probably going to be divorced. Doesn't matter. I got enough money to chill anyways. It's very Bill Gates of him,
Yeah, but much less money on the Ted side, I have to imagine.
Well, I mean, Bill's a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
He's probably
multi-billionaire, yeah.
Yeah, right. He's probably a multi-millionaire, considering
Yeah.
all these highly prestigious jobs that he's had as presidents of major universities and his, large establishments like war colleges.
What are we
no
doing,
big deal.
Ted? What are we up to?
Ted,
Come on, Ted.
listen,
I'm getting
Ted.
sick of hopping on this podcast every week and being like, come on, blank name entered. What are we
Why,
doing?
Vince? That's
What
your
are we
thing. That's your
doing?
catchphrase. What are
It
you
is,
doing? What are
but
we
it's unfortunate
doing?
'cause I'm like, what are you doing, Ted?
Well,
Yeah, it's
once
something
again,
good, Ted.
Vince, this is my art, and I'm not going to apologize for
I
my
know.
art. Finding
I
some
know.
of the horniest stories on the internet because
I'm over here. I'm like,
curate
look at this
fucking
silly
gas.
dog video, and you're like, this guy's cheating on his wife. I'm like, oh,
I'm
no.
cooking with gas, baby. Cooking with gas.
Okay, I guess if we have to talk about it, I'd rather talk about this
Ted-
dachshund. But you're like, look at Ted
Okay.
cheating on his wife.
Here's Ted going from, potatoes and dumplings,
Mm-hmm.
chances are, to, chorizo and tacos. And yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, he just wanted a little spicy.
A little flavor in his life. We don't have enough chili
Little
powder in the home.
flavor.
You can't get good tacos in Ohio. I get it. Whatever.
Come on.
Ted, come on.
I'm not
Ted.
mad at you. Just like,
I am. What are you doing?
I mean, listen.
You know what she's
we
there
don't know.
for.
You know what? At least he did it himself. He split on his own terms. He didn't Sharon
True.
Moore it, where it just came out.
Yeah,
like a
and
firestorm.
she wasn't a co-ed on his staff and stuff. All of that is better. But what's
Or she
worse?
wasn't
What's
a-
worse, stabbing a guy or shooting a guy? Like they're both bad.
Or sticking your finger in a guy, a la Urban Meyer. Or
Gal,
lady.
I
He
think.
stuck
Yeah.
his finger in a lady.
Who is this? Dwight Howard? Oh!
Outside of the gene, very Utah-esque. Oh,
I had to.
okay. Outside of the genes, very Utah-esque.
Mm-hmm. At a bar
Ted.
with a child.
Ted.
And Ted, if you need someone to talk to, Ted, if you need someone to talk to, I have the perfect option for you, and it will go live on air every week here on the Taxi Squad podcast. Call in, air it out, leave a message. We will answer you. And even if it's not about infidelity, you could call in. You could tell us about your sports takes, or if we're stupid, or if we're pretty, or if we're smart, or if you have a crush on Mike. 312-725-2107. Call in, air it out, and we will play it live on the show.
Give us your hottest Cash Patel takes.
Let's do that so we can post it as a clip so people can freak out again. Barb, cool off, Barb. What are we doing, Barb?
Cool off, Barb.
Anybody that's
fucking
an aspiring
a-holes.
podcast is just don't post reels on Facebook, or you're just gonna get eviscerated by the olds.
A-holes.
You're gonna get
A-holes.
attacked by the olds. That's what happened to us. But you know what?
Okay.
Such is life.
I want to call this out on the pod because it made me laugh something.
Please.
Like, it was fantastic. So young lady comments on the post of the Cash Patel take, which some of you may have seen. And her words were just fantastic.
Beautiful. They were beautiful.
Hey guys, he was just enjoying his life, chugging beers on international TV for the whole world to see, pre-gaming the war in Iran. We just didn't know it yet.
Yeah, he was right. It happened right after that.
That is from Lindsay Beth. Shout out to Lindsay Beth.
I love you, Lindsay. I really do.
Wow. See, you got a fan in Vince. You got
Yeah.
a fan in Gin
Because it's
Flop
just
over
like,
here.
yeah, it's just like, yeah. Case in point. There's shit going on. Don't need to be drinking with the team. But we do have an American hero in the news, Mike.
Who's an American hero?
Does the name Nathan Martin ring a bell?
No.
It shouldn't to anybody, but now it does because he's a one-time marathon winner. The Los Angeles Marathon happened over the weekend. Nathan Martin, American hero, beat Michael Kamau of Kenya to win the LA Marathon on a last-second pass. He turned on the jets in the last stretch of the marathon. And this is a marathon, like all marathons, that are dominated by various African countries, often Kenya. American man, Nathan Martin, at the end, comes in the nick of time, passes the rope or the ribbon right before the other guy, and gets the win. I feel bad for Michael Kamau, because he did kind of faceplant at the end and fell over, and you're like, oh, shit, that sucks. But this is something where it's like, hey, we don't talk about racing often, but this man is an American hero. So without further ado, America! Sometimes.
Is he an American hero like the kin of a Cash Patel, potentially?
I wouldn't put him there. I'd put him in a different category.
Okay. All right.
I'd put him in a Jack Hughes American hero.
Ooh, Jack Hughes is an American hero.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
He goes from beating Canada to dating their number one pop star, King.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's beating Canada in multiple facets.
Yeah.
You get a chance to date Tate McRae, you do it. Yeah, you
Certainly.
go. You go.
I'm strong enough to admit I would too. I'm
And
strong enough to
flash
admit
it.
it.
Like, exactly your type. Absolutely.
Yep.
You go.
Yep. Correctamundo, Michael.
Okay. Vince, you want to talk a little baseball or basketball?
Dude, I love that we can talk baseball right now. And we were texting about baseball, and it gives you a feeling. Gives you a nice feeling,
I can't stop this feeling.
I want to call it America's game, but I don't think we can, to be honest.
It's the world's game, Vince.
Some would say it's soccer, but I would say it's anybody but America based on yesterday's performance, yesterday being Tuesday.
So to give this some background, Mark DeRosa, the manager for the U.S. team, most notably one of a Hall of Fame middle infielder.
Yes.
For the Cubs, many, many teams. right?
Properly used, most notably there, I like to say.
Thanks, Vince. Appreciate it. Shout out to Richard.
Mm-hmm.
He gave a press conference with, I think it was one of the baseball shows. I don't know.
It was, it was just
Inside Line
You
on
sit
MLB
down at the
TV.
table, and a bunch of people are there, yeah.
And he was talking as if the U.S. advanced to the semifinal already,
Well, they basically did.
or the quarterfinal already. And they needed to win this game to just completely sweep it and just be for sure locks
Right.
against Italy. Team Italy comes out of nowhere last evening. And
Did you see what he said after they won that game against Mexico? He said that everybody was still feeling it the next day and they were all slow. And then they go and play Italy and they played slow.
He didn't play his starters.
Yeah. Got to rest him.
He framed it on inside line. What do you got to rest him for? Mexico again?
So just give a recap of the game really quick for the Italy game.
Okay. Team Italy primarily comprised of all Italian Americans.
It's just a bunch of East Coasters. That's the
honestly,
whole team.
Okay, Kyle Teal, Jared Lorenzen. Okay, all these guys who are on this team, they don't necessarily have how do we put this? Italian last names. Okay?
No,
Sam Antonacci. Okay, yeah. Jack Caglioni. We get those.
Yeah, but
guys,
like
right?
they're all American Italian. They're not. There's not like over the boat, off the boat guys playing.
Correct. But they got up early on Team USA. And then just kept the momentum going. So much so that they are
Kyle Teal got injured?
I didn't read that Kyle Teal got injured.
Teal right hamstring could be out 4 to 6 weeks.
Great.
That's stupid.
That's what you want to
get
hear.
Rid of the WBC. I hate it now. Why the fuck are we
Now it's over. Now it's over, and I just take care of my catcher for the love of God. He played his ass off. Home run, walk, and a double RBI, 2 runs scored. He looked to be like the next one up. Okay, so
bullshit. I'm mad now.
Then you got Sam Antonacci. You got Sam Antonacci hitting homers.
Yeah,
just out here playing his ass off, stealing bases. Great middle infield work. You'll love to see it. Team USA just looked like they were asleep at the wheel half this game. They didn't score a run until the 6th inning.
They had 1 hit until the 5th inning. They couldn't even hit the ball. Jared Lorenzen's a good pitcher, but he's not a one hitter.
No.
The only time that they actually woke up was later in the game, and Pete Crow Armstrong was the only offense we had.
He's not that guy, pal. Okay, that's all I'll say.
PCA might be. No one else on the team is.
PCA, on the other hand, what did he go 3 for 4 with
2 for 4, 2 homers, 4 RBIs? Yeah.
He was basically the majority of their offense. He was 80% of their entire offense.
It was some shit, is what it was. And like, that's the thing too. It's like you look at this Italian lineup and you're like, Vinny Pasquantino's going to be the king of this team.
How you doing?
A couple other guys, but really, Kyle Teal, Caglianone,
Jack Caglioni.
There it is. Thank you. Antonacci. Those are the guys. The second half of their lineup was hitting. And for what it's worth, there's a lot of hits on the U.S. side in the second half of the game, but Bryce Harper was on the bench for some reason. Bryce Terang was on the bench for some reason. And Aaron Judge goes 0 for 4 because he's got the clutch gene of a 4-year-old dog.
Or a 4-year-old boy. Although I bet you there are some little leaguers who are more clutch than Aaron Judge.
He's a very good player, but he has not been good in the clutch, and he has not been good in playoff games in the past. So some things are better left unsaid. I'll just say that.
Sam Antonacci. Let's talk about this young man from Springfield, Illinois. Just for 2 seconds.
How you doing? What team does he play for?
Sam Antonacci, future White Sox great.
There it is.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Okay. He hit a home run last night, 403 feet with a 103 exit velo.
That swing speed was wild.
From a lefty, we need this type of power in this lineup.
Yep.
So I'm excited more so for just the prospect of a Sam Antonacci, of a Kyle Teal, who were raking against elite pitching talent last night in the World Baseball Classic against the U.S. team that has an absolute just rock star bullpen and starting 5. So, baseball.
What does Team USA need to happen with this scenario. So USA, Mexico, and Italy all finished 3-1, which triggers a tiebreaker. So Mexico wins and scores 5+ runs. Mexico and U.S. advance. Mexico wins but 4 runs fewer. Mexico and Italy advance. So really, Italy's going to beat them because they're already up 6-0 in the 7th. So USA still
They're up 7-0 right now.
7-0 now.
7.
Yeah.
They are.
So that means
Mexico.
the U.S. moves on. But if Mexico beat Italy by 4 or more, they would have moved on, and U.S. would have been left out, dude. Like,
Well,
what
Mexico
are we doing?
needed to wake up. I just don't understand.
But we barely beat them. We almost lost to them.
I know. I don't know if the U.S. team is, what everybody thinks they're going to be.
This is what I've been saying it to everybody that I've been talking to. This is America's game. It was created here, quote unquote, supposedly, however it happens. No one really knows what happens, how it started. It was created here. It's been America's game. Other teams are getting better. Take it seriously if you want to win it. This isn't like, and I was thinking about this too, because we had this whole argument during the basketball one. Basketball wasn't even created in the U.S. And we're out there winning that. We better win fucking baseball. What are we doing?
Let's think about this for a minute. Baseball in the USA yes, it's America's sport in theory, but it's not as fun as other countries. Okay, you look at Team Italy last night. They're smooching each other on the cheeks. They're giving each other espresso.
We're
they're doing the whole
supposed to
thing.
be good, Mike. They're all playing with house money.
Yeah, that's true.
If we don't
are
win,
Italian American.
if we don't win, it's a disappointment. If Italy goes to the finals and they lose, it's still like Italy was awesome, like that's. And then Japan's just unbelievable.
Well, and that leads me to my next point. You look at Japan, though. We would take it like a business. That is like their heart and soul. Like the amount of absolute just excitement you feel watching Japanese baseball players play the game. And then watching their fans cheer for them is
that's what I was going to say. The stadium atmosphere. Like USA versus Mexico felt like an away game for USA in Houston. Meanwhile, I know, but still, you're still in America and you could still travel to go see it. And like Japan's got every single fan out there and it is electric and they're fun to watch. And the USA is just so turds. And I know we're also American and we can go see it too, but no, that's kind of how I feel. So like, maybe that's why it is. It's just more like go out there and win it like you're supposed to. And anything less than a complete win in the whole tournament is a disappointment for the U.S. team. That is not the case for anybody else except for maybe Japan. And the Dominican team is good, and the Cuban team is good. Like, you're not going to have any walks in the park here.
It's true. It's very true. Well, I do feel like Italy moving on. So this would mean U.S. plays Italy once again.
Yeah, they have to beat them.
Crazy. So we're looking at it almost like a tiebreaker here.
Feels like it. Yeah.
Ooh.
If each team goes 3-1, it's a tiebreaker too. So this, as an overarching thing, there is nothing better for the game of baseball at this point than this tournament.
I don't disagree.
It's been on a little, we could all say it. We love the game. We love the game. It's been on a little bit of a dying streak for a while. And you're like, how do you get the juice back into the squeeze? And you're like, if they did this during All-Star break, instead of like, if they just took a break for 2 weeks in the season and you just go and play for your respective countries, this would be way better than the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Teams would have a problem with it, but
at least the games mean something, Vince.
Well, it's pride for your country, which is way better than pride for your conference. Who gives a shit? Or your league.
Or your division.
Yeah.
Whatever it's cracked out to be.
Right. It's kind of just like, this is fun. It's a great way to start the season. And so much so is we get a little inner team rivalry, Mike.
Who's that?
Randy Arozarena versus Cal Raleigh.
So the Big Dumper and Randy Arozarena are playing in the Mexico-USA game on Monday night. Arozarena steps up to bat. His catcher is behind the dish. Cal Raleigh, a.k.a. the Big Dumper, fattest ass in sports.
Yep.
and goes to give his catcher, teammate on the Mariners, a dap like, hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Cal does nothing. And I understand a lot of people like, oh, it's the competitive spirit of the game and business
dude,
now. And
I want to make it clear that I'm on Team
now.
Cal. I'm on Team Cal on this one.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why, but go on. I need to hear the whole thing. Finish the whole story and then we get to it.
People want to compare it to the Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol thing. But I will give you many reasons why they're not the same. Okay. Cal Raleigh is a flash in the pan story. If we're going to give it some.
Tell the whole story. And then we can get into this. The parents.
Okay, so after the game, Randy Arozarena gives a whole interview in multiple languages, one in English, one in Spanish, and then I guess Cuban, which is a completely different dialect of Spanish, allegedly.
It's like Northern
and he
Italian
said it
versus
three different ways. In Spanish, for the Mexican media, states that, oh, his parents are great people, and they raised him right, and they said hi to me before the game, got a lot of love for the rallies. Okay. Then if for the Cuban media, said something like, I don't know, something along the lines of that he was upset. And then in American says he wants to, I don't know, he says Cal Raleigh could shove it up his ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done with him. Fuck that guy. Kind of is the grand synopsis of the story. And I'm paraphrasing.
Sure.
But that is kind of the lore of the story now. Cal Raleigh is saying to the media, yeah, I didn't do that because we're competing against each other. He's my brother 3 weeks from now, but right now I can't do that. Okay. Once again, everybody's comparing it to the Kobe Paul Gasol theory.
What was that? That was
Olympics.
Yeah.
And then Kobe runs through Paul. Let me remind you.
I want to say it's Powell, by the way. There's no L on his name.
Shout out to Paul Stas. So Paul Gasol gets ran through by Kobe. At this stage of the game in both of their careers, they are fucking locks to be Hall of Famers and have won multiple championships together with the Lakers. Can we see the difference?
No. And here's why.
There's a big difference. These two guys aren't destined for the Hall of Fame. No, Cal Raleigh had one flash in the pan year that he had 60 plus home runs, which hasn't been done in a long time.
You don't even have to be an all-star for that. Bro. My whole takeaway from this is, hell yeah, brother. That was my takeaway. Because
lame.
Bring some juice into it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. And then you go get pumped by Italy the night after?
Right. Dude, I'm with you. But I'm saying the minute that happened, it's like, yeah, don't be teammates for the next 3 weeks. And if Randy wants to get all pissy about it, they're going to go back and play with each other. And within 2 weeks of the season, it's going to be fine again. But my takeaway is you're playing on two different teams. Bring some juice. Fuck you. You're on a different team. Let's ride, kid. That's where I see it. I'm like, I want to see I don't want to see like Mexico and Italy having like beers after the game, like fun game out there, boys. I want them to see like, fuck yeah, I want to beat you. I want to win this shit. I don't care who you are.
I get the theory, Vince. I just think it.
I don't think it matters how good you are. I don't think it matters.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Because if a catcher that was on, say, like the Korean team, and he plays with somebody that's on like the Cuban team, and the Cuban guy goes up to dap him, and no one knows who the catcher is because he's AAA for like the Rays or something, and doesn't dap him up. It's the same thing. It's like, dude, I'll dap you up in 2 weeks when we're on the same team. I don't give a shit right now. I'm with it. Bring some juice and act like you care about the game. Because if not, then that could also be construed as just like, oh, they're just having fun little scrimmages. Like, no, this is some real shit. Someone's got to win it. It ain't going to be you.
Well, at this stage of the game, looks like Japan's going to take it all because they're undefeated. It's like the two teams to throw a dart. One, definitely, I was going to be like, yeah, they were going to be undefeated. Japan, especially in their pool, playing South Korea and Taipei and all those different countries.
Taiwan, Mike.
Taiwan. Okay.
We're not calling them Chinese Taipei. Fuck them bitches. It's Taiwan.
Okay. Taiwan. Whatever. That's what their jersey says. I digress.
Some would say that's more than a whatever. That's all I'm saying.
It's what their jersey says.
I know. It's because China's evil.
Okay.
I digress.
Anyways. And then you got Italy is undefeated. And they're going to be undefeated again after tonight because they're winning 7-0 going to the bottom of 7. And they're beating a Mexican team that's legitimate. Now, a game to pay attention to before the night is over. We'll know the outcome of this today.
Are we talking Venezuela and Dominicana?
Dude, 4-3 top of 4.
I love it.
Both teams going for their pool, in quote. This is nuts.
Both these teams are Dominican star ridden, but Venezuela's got a lot of juice too. Like, and that's what I like about baseball. And like, you know, we're gonna move in here, and there's no other tournament that's single elimination. I know right now it's not. It's pool play like soccer, but you're gonna go into the playoff bracket, and it's single elimination. Go out there and win the game today. If you don't, there's no tomorrow. I like baseball that way. That's fun. And you don't see it in the professional levels barely at all.
To your point, there should be some discussion of bringing this to the All-Star break and giving the guys a few weeks off. But Chance, I mean, who gives a shit at that stage of the game? Well, shorten the season even.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down with that too because it's long. Think about how hockey went.
True.
No one misses the hockey all-star game because you get the Olympics or you get the Four Nations or whatever that tournament was. That's way, way better. You could do America versus World and then watch America get destroyed every year until they figure it out. Because if you do America versus World, it's Dominican, Italy, Japan, all those teams put together onto one. Like, this is what people say about the NBA too. Do US versus World, and they did that, and that was fun. And then the other people say, like, do the black versus white game and see what happens. And that would be fun as shit too. They would play hard.
There's a comedian, I forget his name. He does a bit. He goes, "What if there was like a country that all the African American people went back to?" And he goes, and then the next day you'd just be like, "Well, the Boston Celtics and the Chicago Bulls played today. A whopping score of 35-42.
Yeah.
Big white girls everywhere. Deontay.
I miss you. I miss you.
But it's true. I do believe that this would be a nice, fun break from the regular
bullshit
baseball programming. That a lot of mid-season baseball. Let's face it. July, August comes around. You're like, okay, how many more games you got?
That's why they call it the dog days, because you're
dog days of summer. Correct. Now, Dominican just goes up 7-3 in top of 4.
Woo!
Wow. Fun, exciting stuff to watch right now. We got some wonderful baseball going on, and the Dominican team just
how good the Dominican Republic is, Mike, is Julio Rodriguez is batting 7th on this team.
Correct.
What are we doing? Across the Pacific pond, our boy Munetaka Murakami.
Getting some training.
I'm getting a little jazzed. Mike.
Who did he play, right? So let's
matter.
dial
I'm
it back.
I'm drinking the jazz.
Dude, he faced a plumber from, Croatia.
Well,
let's take it easy.
He was an electrician, actually, right?
Well, no. So the electrician struck out Shohei Ohtani. Yes.
He's Czech.
Yeah, the Czech was it the Czech team? Yeah. An electrician from the Czech team struck out Shohei Ohtani on 3 pitches.
Badass. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, Ohtani played plumbers." Like they do that with Babe Ruth. Like Babe Ruth used to play plumbers, dude. It's not comparable. Shohei's playing electricians.
Shohei's playing legitimate electricians.
It is what it is.
And I mean, which is, if there isn't a more northern European thing to do than be an electrician. I don't know what it is. Hey,
wife and son. I have to take I gotta take PTO because I have to go strike out Shohei Ohtani in the World Baseball Classic.
I can't run wire no more. I have to go strike out Shohei.
Yeah. Comes back. All right, back to work. Like nothing happened.
Exactly. But truly, this is the beauty of the World Baseball Classic that this can happen. But Vince, to your point, Shohei Ohtani, and Murakami are working stuff out in the dugout. And Otani's like showing Murakami, okay, hey, I'm noticing this. Put your hands here. Bring your elbow up a little bit. Next at bat, Murakami steps up, hits a grand slam like 430 feet. So I'm getting excited. I'm getting a little excited with you, but I'm trying to.
Where is he? Fourth in the lineup?
The White Sox lineup?
Yeah. All power?
I think he's going to be closer to 2 slot, but we'll see. With Teal now being out for the next month, which is helpful.
But
my question is,
season starts April.
It's like March 29th, but yeah.
Oh, it's the end of this month. Oh, it's coming up then. Damn. That sucks.
We got like one more good week of spring training left. I'm going to games all weekend. So I'll have some reporting next week.
It's time for. I wish Jose Abreu was still in the MLB because it was time for like the. How do you know the Chicago weather changed? It's Jose Abreu's average is going up. That's literally what it was every year.
Well,
he would bat 120 in the 40-degree weather, and then once it turned 65, all of a sudden he could hit again. That's what it was.
I will say it every year on this podcast. I don't know how these guys go from playing in 70s and 80s every week in the beautiful sunshine state of Arizona, and then or Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah.
And then you have to go back to Philadelphia, Chicago, wherever, New York, wherever you're playing ball, and it's freezing ass. Sometimes snowing.
The bat sting goes up to your brain, dude. I remember that vividly, and I will till I die. Just the feeling of the bat stinging you inside of your brain. Like, that's how bad it feels.
Like, you feel it in your jawline, to Vince's point. It's
You're just
horrible.
like, fuck. Yeah.
Especially with a wooden bat, just miserable. So, one thing I want to talk about with the World Baseball Classic before we close out baseball. Half of these guys are born in the United States. Like Alek Thomas is playing for Team Mexico.
Right.
Alek Thomas, his father is one of the White Sox strength trainers from the early 2000s.
Yep.
His mom is clearly from Mexico. Okay, God
bless.
Like
the Thomas side isn't Mexican, Mike.
Correct. So, what, like,
right,
can you pick and choose Kyle Teal?
Let me lay out a scenario for you, Michael.
Okay.
Your mother's Irish?
Irish and Italian.
Okay. And your dad's Italian. My dad's Italian.
Irish
my mother's Irish.
Irish and Italian.
Okay.
I can't be made.
Team USA is put together, and you get a call from the Irish team saying, hey, do you want to play in the WBC? What do you say?
As long as there's some red breast there, my brother, I'm fucking in.
There's your answer. That's why it's happening. If they are enough, they can. And Kyle Teal also is very Italian. I want to make that clear. He just, unfortunately, the side that wasn't Italian was the name given side. You and I were put in a scenario where the name was just given as Italian enough, where you're like, here you go. That works. This will apply. But like in reality, I'm more Irish than anything. I'm not even that much Italian at all.
That's fair. I haven't done the 23andMe because I don't want the government to have my DNA.
I learned I was Greek, and it wasn't even mine; it was my dad's.
One day they're gonna find a humanoid Vince walking around.
They could.
I wonder if he can sing as good as you.
We shall see. I'm not giving away those trade secrets. That's nurture versus nature, Mike. That's something you learn.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, your prediction, Vince, and we'll have more time to talk about it because this will be closing out here in the next 2 weeks. But what's your prediction for the World Baseball Classic?
I think the U.S. team had a Bunsen burner under their dugout last night, and it burned their ace, which is what I think happened. I think they go on a tear now. I think they make the right pitching moves, and I think they start hitting properly, and I think they go to the finals. I think it's Japan-U.S. again. I think U.S. wins. I know it doesn't feel that way, but losing like that can really change the tide.
I think it's going to be the Dominicans in Japan.
Ooh, that's a fun matchup. Pitching on the Dominican side's tough, though.
Yeah, but what does it matter if you're scoring 10 runs a game?
Not against Japan.
Well, that's what I was about to bring up next.
What's better,
Japan
they're
is going to
pitching or
just
they're
keep them.
hitting?
Yeah, Japan's going to keep them so off balance with the goofy pitching windups and stuff like that. And we know the Dominicans and the Venezuelans and the Cuban, they swing their faces
And
off.
what? Japan's got Dodgers guy. Please remind me. Cy Young candidate guy. What's his name?
Shui Otani?
No, not him. The other guy.
Oh,
They gave a shit ton of money to. That just won the fucking World Series. Oh my god.
Hattori Hanzo?
No. Dude, this is so Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
What'd you call me?
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the dog. They also have
I'll have that role, please.
two
Thank
of
you.
those, please. They have Roki Sasaki. They have Kodai
One
Senga.
more? Okay, one more of those.
And they have whoever the Cubs guy is too. I forgot his name as well. But they have those
Suzuki?
guys. He's
No,
left field. He's left field.
Oh yeah, he's playing left field, but the
Yeah.
other Suzuki for the Cubs, he's pitching right now for the Cubs,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
We're just gonna bushel. I can't even speak right now. I'm done.
Huh?
No. So you look at that. You look at their entire starting lineup, their entire starting pitching staff, and who can line up with them? The only one that's close is the U.S. if you have Skeens, and then also the fact that Tariq Skubal isn't playing on this team now is so dumb. And then,
these
do you see
guys-
what he said? Do you see what he said in his interview?
Skubal that he
Yeah.
considered about playing more, pitching more?
No, I think he didn't pitch because of his contract year and arbitration and Scott Boras and all that stuff. And then he's like, well, now after that, like, I know what it means, and I'm going to sign up for the next WBC, and I'm going to sign up for the Olympics, which no, he won't. And you're like, dude, just come back and pitch now. What are we doing?
You have time. Like, you could say, I want to pitch now. And they'll be like, okay, yeah, come on.
Which he should, because Paul Skeens made the entire Mexican team just sit down and cry. And then after that, it got a little closer. Or not. Who did they play first? Sorry, not Mexico. Whoever Paul Skeens pitched against Mexico, and then Mexico started coming back at the end of the game. But he was
about
going
to say,
hard at the beginning of the
4
game.
innings, untouchable.
Couldn't touch him. And you're like, shit, if he's going to go in and it's going to be Paul Skeens versus Otani or Yamamoto in the final game, you're like, oh, shit, this is fun.
When does Paul Skeens become a Yankee?
He's not going to be on the Pirates for long, that's for sure. I would
This
just
year?
hate.
Next
I
year?
would hate to see him on the Yankees, dude.
He's gonna
You know
be
where
a
I'd
Yankee.
you know where I'd rather see him, which is disgusting.
The Red Sox?
Right over there. I'd rather
for
see
the
him.
Cubs?
I'd rather see him in Chicago than anywhere on the
That's not
Yankees.
gonna happen.
I don't think it will, but I just don't want to see him on the Yankees.
All right, Jerry, open up your coin purse. Let's go get him.
Have him stay on the Pirates for 4 more years before the Sox sell, and then maybe they'll grab him. But that's about all we got.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, there's some wonderful baseball content. Italy goes up 8-1 over Mexico.
Italy.
Italy's gonna. Oh, I'm telling you, Team Italy. I just don't think they have the horses at the pitching. But Vince, this week is stacked, filled with sporting, just lore. I guess you could call it.
Big news, Mike. Big news.
What's that?
DePaul's up 7-9 against Georgetown in the Big East tournament right now.
That means they're gonna win. Speaking of the basketballs, Kobe's record was broken.
Yes, records were made in interesting fashion in Miami by none other. If you would have given me name 15 guys that are going to break Kobe's record this year, I would not have said this man.
To give some of our newer listeners some context, what record do you speak of, Vince?
So Will Chamberlain scored 100, and there's no documented evidence of this, and it's hard to believe that actually happened. So
Just like the 20,000 women that he slept with, allegedly.
Right. Exactly. Real ball knowers, such as myself, believe that Kobe Bryant had the point record of 81 in a game, which we all saw on TV, and it was insane. Do I think Will did it? Probably still. He played against electricians like Shohei Ohtani. Who knows? It was broken. Kobe Bryant's 81 was broken last night. We were watching the game, and I was like, hey, by the way, in case you were wondering, Bam Adebayo just dropped 83 points.
Between Italy beating the U.S. out of nowhere, Maxx Crosby, which we will talk about, trade deleted.
Yeah.
And then you got Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points against the Washington Wizards, which people are trying to put an asterisk by the way, which I think is the stupidest.
Which we'll
thing.
get into. That sounds like something that would happen on Thursday, the day after we record, because there's a lot of shit like that happens all the time. But
correct.
Thank the Lord it happened on a Tuesday. Thank the Lord.
We had sports going up on a Tuesday.
It was awesome. And we haven't had like an exciting sports day like this in a long time. So I see that clicker saying, Bam going for history. So I'm like, all right, well, the U.S. is losing by a lot. So I'm going to switch this on. I watched the end of it. It was already past it. It was already happening. Bam Adebayo, 42 minutes in this game. Final score was 150 to 129 against the Washington Wizards. Bam Adebayo, 83 points, 20 for 43 from the field. So less than 50%. 7 for 22 from 3. 36 of 43 from the line. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, plus minus 20. Positive 20. I would like to start this conversation by saying 83 points is 83 points. I don't care how you get it. There are some things in this game where you're like, okay, they were toying with it a little bit. Is it against the nature of the game? Yes. But 83 points is 83 points. Right? Like,
I don't want to hear that the Wizards gave up. This man did something that I think the team in the fourth quarter kind of realized, like, holy shit, he has the possibility to do this. Let's keep it.
Kind of bullshit. It was a little bit bullshit what they did. I know what they were doing. It was clear what they were doing. You could tell it was happening. They were going for history. The Heat were up, 18, 20? And they started fouling the Wizards players so they can get the ball back to Bam to keep going for the record, which I think is fine, honestly, because records are fun and they're meant to be broken. And he did it. But also, you compare it to the Kobe game, it was 2 points less. Kobe goes to the line and gets 20 free throws. Bam gets 43. Kobe shoots 60% from the field.
Well,
Bam shot 42. Like,
how else was Bam Adebayo supposed to hit 83 points in a game without going to the strike? You know, how many times?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, too. And this was my point in the beginning, is like I saw that and I thought it was a typo. Because you could have told me to name 15 players in the NBA that could score 83 points, and Bam Adebayo isn't even in my top 15. But goddamn it, he did it. And it was awesome.
He did it.
And fuck yeah. Like, whatever, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. That was awesome.
I don't know why everybody wants to put an asterisk next to it, blah, blah, blah.
Here's the reason.
Why you got to hate on him?
It's every NBA argument's this way. We love the old, we hate the new. We love Kobe Bryant. He died, so he's a statue forever, and anybody that tries to beat him is the devil. That's really what it is.
Well,
but then also,
if
you get a situation where, like, yeah, following the team that's losing to give Bam the ball again is a little bit of a faux pas. It's against the nature of the game. You could say all of those things. Kobe was trying to win the game. He scores 81. Fun. All of that's great. But that's why people are so anti that, is because, like, they took it from my sweet boy Kobe. It's like, He scored 83 points. It's fact. It's fact. It's not
your
like,
guy's on a
heater,
don't you get it to the hot hand? Get it to the guy with the hot hand. If
was he hot? He was hot. He went psycho the first like quarter and a half, and then it was like something's happening.
They were up 56 to 30. They were up 56 to 36 in the second half. Or the first half.
A notable basketball influencer posted, I like watching all these guys score so much early, knowing that no one's ever going to touch Kobe Bryant's 81 points in a game. And then it was broken that night. So bad. Cold Tate's exposed at a whole different level. But again, 83 points is 83 points. It's a stat. It is on the paper, you'll see how many points did he score. 83. Third most, second most, Kobe Bryant at 81. So if he goes in the record books, it says Bam Adebayo scored at 83 points. He did. And it's fucking awesome. And we need more shit like this. We need more records to be broken.
Say what you want. Yeah, he did it against a Wizards team that whatever,
Alexander Sarr's a dog.
Okay, it's like the Wizards are trying to tank anyway.
Give a bunch of respect to Will Riley, Mike. You got no respect for Will Riley.
Yeah, he had 40 minutes and 22 points, and then Alex Sarr, good for him.
I mean, he is good. He was number 2 overall pick after Zachary Rashache, I think. But no, I mean, like you look at the rest of the team too. And I was talking to my brother about it today because my brother was like, I watched the highlights and it was annoying. And I was like, oh, I agree. After a while, it was like, just give him the ball. He's going to score every time. But really, in reality, he was scoring less than half the time.
Vince, why wouldn't you keep giving him the ball if you know he's on pace to potentially hit a record?
I'm with you. I'm on your show. I agree. So you just got to keep feeding it to him. His mom was in the audience. She was crying. He shot a 3. He's getting MVP chance. It's like, yeah, this is the coolest fucking thing in the world. You look at other guys on the team. Davion Mitchell, 12. Fontenecchio gets 18. 6 for 7 from the field. He wasn't missing, but he barely shot the ball.
Listen, are the Heat going to win the East? No.
No, they'll go to the playoffs. Tyler Hero is going to be back, but he's out. Yeah.
They're going to lose in the first round of the playoffs, and before you know it, it's just like, okay, yeah, and then everybody's going to forget about this great thing. But this is like the exclamation mark on the Heat season because they're not going to go trade for people.
Mm-hmm. I would like to say they might. They've been known to sign people from time to time, but what I will say is anybody listening to this, note this in your brain for the future, because in 10 to 15 years, when you're at a bar for trivia night and they will say, who has the second most points in a game of all time, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to forget Bam Adebayo. And it would behoove you to remember that Bam Adebayo, because he's not a household name. If you're a hoop head, he's like...
I mean, he's one of the best power forwards in the game.
In the game, sure.
But he's not a household name. He's
power
not
forward isn't even a dominant position right now in the NBA. It's point guard center centric. If this question comes up, you can say Bam Adebayo at 83 points. Or if they're saying, how many points did he have? Just remember, Bam Adebayo, 83. You'll thank me later. You will hear my voice in your head and be like, Vince told me that it was 83 points. Just remember that.
Are you trying to win your night? You tune into the Taxi Squad podcast.
All day.
Okay.
All day, kid. Come on. 83 points. Biggest deal in the NBA. Other than that, coming down to the wire. We have some college, Mike. But that's going to kind of come next week because we got the tournaments going on right now. And just to give you an update on the DePaul men's basketball team against Georgetown right now, it's tied. 2 minutes left in the quarter. So I know that's the biggest one that we're worried about.
All the tournaments start tomorrow, or today, should we say.
Yeah.
Except for this one. But all the big tournaments start tomorrow, Big Ten, Big East. And the quarterfinals and all that are happening tomorrow and Friday, which will be some fun basketball to watch, not a doubt about it. And then next week, of course, the craziness begins.
The Taxi Squad tournament episode? Oh!
Taxi Squad tournament episode will be a thing.
Get ready to lock in and get really confused. Here we go.
Lock in, get confused with your boys, all right?
You want to know who my favorite player is right now, Mike?
Who?
Acuff on Arkansas.
You know, Vince,
guys got a flair for the dramatics right now. Or AJ DeBanza.
That's kid on BYU, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite right now for the Mormons.
I saw a Jeff Teague. I saw a Jeff Teague podcast clip that made me laugh out loud and also thought it's very possible. They were like, you know where DeBanza's going in the NBA. And they're like, where? And he's like, Utah. I was like, huh? And they're like, you know that shit's rigged. And then he's like, no, it's not. I'm like, if DeBanza goes to the Jazz, it's too easy to say it's rigged, but goddamn, it doesn't feel right. Well, it feels like it's right.
There has never been a time more in your life where you're just like, man, I really can't wait to watch Jackson State and Florida A&M play, you know? I never knew I could really want to watch New Mexico State and Sam Houston go after it in the conference tournament.
New Mexico State's got some good players from there.
What about Rutgers and Minnesota? That's actually a game 31-29 as we're sitting right now. We'll see what happens as they go into halftime. But this is what you love about college basketball, because college basketball is one of those things where they actually play defense.
I was like, who went to New Mexico State? Pascal Siakam. Come on.
Duh.
Siakam, excuse me.
Duh, dude. Siakam. See him, but I don't believe him.
He played in the fucking finals last year. Don't you forget.
Got the Big Ten tourney tomorrow, dude. Got Iowa, Ohio State. Gonna be a good time. Gonna be good old time.
It should be fun. Watch the games. Make your own decisions. Have your wife fill out your bracket because she's going to be righter than you are.
Probably.
More right.
Probably. I hate to say it. Definitely got to fill out a bracket. It's always just a little fun to, when the games are on in the mid-afternoon on a Thursday or Friday, go watch, right?
It's my own personal favorite Taxi Squad episode of the year because it is always a mess. And we can do as much planning as possible, but to lay out a bracket in an audio format is impossible. And we're gonna do it again, kids. We're gonna do it again, kids. It's gonna happen.
We're gonna spell it out. It's always like, wait, who plays?
That was 16? Was that on the West bracket?
Is that the West bracket, the East bracket, or the Southeast bracket? So that's the. All right, yeah. So I got Duke.
Texas is gonna win it all.
Vince and his orange teams. Oh, Vince, Tennessee Auburn plays tomorrow at 2 p.m. Check us out.
I already told you my orange team of the year is U of I, even though you don't like to think that they're orange, even though they're orange.
It's kind of orange and navy blue, but I digress.
Should we talk about the most talked about thing this week, Mike? Because regardless of what sports are going on, one league trumps all.
Football's king.
Football is king. It really is. And this week was the legal
tampering,
non-tampering, and then tampering section.
You're allowed to touch, but just not take your pants off yet.
Right. You can do OTP,
and then the end of the week, right? So like today, technically the new league year starts, and now you get to take the pants off. And
you can do OTP, HJs, and then I thought that once you do an OTP, HJ, you're automatically going to go UTP, HJ. But I guess you don't have to, because if you don't like what the OTP, HJ is giving you, then you could just say, nah.
So it's over
the pants, under the pants. So many things happening. 83-point games. All of that happens, but at the end of the day, football is king, Mike. We said
NFL is king.
Football is king.
In the words of Sade, it is king, right?
Yeah, she was talking about football.
So she was totally talking about football, not about love or
Yeah.
getting that. Never mind. Yes, Vince. Football is, in fact, the king of all major news topics. It is, one could say America's sport. And let's bury it.
It's the number one story.
We talked about it 3 times already on the podcast. We're not already through the podcast, but yeah, Maxx Crosby. Your knee isn't as good as you thought it was, I guess. And the Ravens definitely thought it wasn't good enough because they're like, hey, Las Vegas, he can stay there.
They gave him the OTP and they didn't like what he was packing. I'm so confused by this, dude. So he gets traded to the Ravens for 2 firsts. The Ravens are in the legal tampering stage. So they don't have to announce the trade until the league year starts. They give him a physical, which they already knew he wasn't going to pass. And multiple doctors that the guy that did the surgery and then other people that checked it said he's going to be good by the beginning of the year. And the Ravens guy checks it and he's like, nah, send him back. Like, he's not going to pass physical right now, regardless of who you are, because he can't.
Well, there's 32 teams in the NFL. That means there's 32 team doctors.
But the Cowboys doctor checked him and said he's good.
Well,
the dude that did Mahomes'
the opinion of one compared
people.
to another.
I guess
that's the opinion of one compared to another, Vince.
What do they expect?
So, okay, they want a guy that they know if they're paying hundreds of millions of dollars to, which they are going to. I want to know he's going to play and be good, and I don't want to worry about an injury history. Now,
I just feels
they must
weird.
rather stay in a draft where there is a ton of edge rushers. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is an abundance of edge rushing talent in this year's draft, 2026, more so than most. Yeah, guys lighting it up at the combine, guys who are flying up the boards. Chances are, regardless of what the Ravens say, they were like, well, we don't want to put all this cap space. Trey Hendrickson is a
that's
free
the thing.
agent.
They went out and signed him.
Right. He's not a free agent that is the Maxx Crosby type, one could say. He's still dominant, but not a game wrecker like Maxx Crosby is.
He can fuck up
Not
the
an
pass game. Maxx Crosby
guy.
fucks up the whole game.
Correct.
Fucks up the pass game, yeah.
So they said, okay, well, we could go draft a guy opposite with him, keep a lot of this money in-house. But in the meantime, they really shot themselves in the foot because Tyler Linderbaum decides to sign with the Raiders. The Raiders just went and spend a shit ton of money in offseason going on.
They still have cap room for Maxx. Yeah.
And they still have cap room for Maxx, so it still works out. So if you're the Raiders now, you're like, well, all right, whatever.
And I'm seeing stuff now where they're probably going to keep him.
Well, why wouldn't you at this stage of the game? It's you know what, Ravens? To just shove it in your face even more, we're going to let him play the first half of the season.
Dude.
Let him tear it up. And then by the time the trade deadline comes in week 8, you're just going to say, okay, now we'll recoup what we're owed. He's still a dog. Now we want 4 firsts.
Yeah, which isn't going to
some shit.
Well, that's the thing, too. It's like the new package for him is not going to be 2 firsts. It'll be a first and a second, probably. But if they trade him.
You follow Mike's timeline. You let him play the first half of the season. You're not going to win this year.
No.
Okay.
Maybe they'll
get
a lot of guys.
He has, in 8 games, hypothetically, he has 8 sacks. Sack a game.
Ooh, Bears got Jedrick Wills.
Cool. Either way, let's say he has 8 sacks. Let's say he's on pace for 16, 20 sacks.
Yeah.
That's a great year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to recoup what's owed. Right. Now send us the 2 first-round draft picks, Dallas. Or whomever's going to need the edge rusher at that time. No, I don't want him. I
know, but if it's a first and a second, I'd want him. That's kind of where I'm at.
I'm good on an aging superstar. If it was Myles Garrett, I'd say yes.
He's 28.
30.
No, he's not. Not yet.
Okay.
He's not. I don't think he is. I looked it up the other day.
All right, Vince.
He's 28 years old, Mike. He's 28 years old. He turns 29 in August.
August what? When's his birthday?
22nd.
Oh, same birthday as my cousin.
There you go. Let's rock.
Cuz.
All of that being said, I think the big takeaway from there is like, who's going to want to deal with the Ravens? If
the
they're going to
Ravens
go back on deals,
did the Raiders dirty.
It kind of makes them seem like they're pieces of shit, and you wouldn't want to do deals with them.
It was like a public thing that he had his meniscus reconstructed.
And they knew that. And they wouldn't go into the trade without knowing that. And they should know that he's not fully healthy from that because that's been a known entity.
Somebody had a change of heart from a level above that. Coach.
It wasn't he didn't pass his physical. It's just an excuse to get rid of him. To be like, I'd rather spend our money elsewhere. We reacted too quickly on that.
Now you're seeing reports come out of their camp saying we were really hopeful we were going to pair him with Trey Hendrickson.
That's what I saw.
And they were
Trey signed with him thinking that he was going to play with him.
No. Trey Hendrickson didn't announce the deal until this morning.
Imagine that line.
It's a line of bullshit.
But it's still imagine that line. That'd be insane, dude. And Roquan backing him up like it's the most terrifying 3 dudes to have in the middle of the field. Oh, God.
Just Joe Burrow just at that stage of the game, just looking at that. Just retire.
I was listening to Rich Eisen today, and he's like, it's not going to happen, but you know who has the funniest opportunity of all time is the Bengals trading for Maxx Crosby. Losing Trey Hendrickson to the Rams, putting Maxx Crosby on the Bengals to go and attack the Ravens, or not the Rams, the Ravens. It would be hilarious to be like, hey, now we got a guy that can come in and attack. Yeah, you could have had him. Trey Hendrickson was all pissed off with the Bengals, and then they went and got Maxx Crosby, which is an upgrade, undeniably.
Well, yeah, if you're the Bengals, I mean,
That's
if
a
you're
lot.
Joe Burrow, you're sigh of relief. Like, oh,
You need
Jesus.
somebody on defense. Like, Bark might be worth the
Yeah.
bite. You don't need anybody else on offense. You can use a lot of defensive
the
help. and Maxx
Bengals are the cheapest
Right,
franchise.
which is why it wouldn't happen. But it's like you do that alleviates a lot of defensive woes if you have a guy on there that can be a home wrecker, game wrecker like that on that side of the ball. So,
Well, if you really do think about it, Vince, Trey Hendrickson might be the home wrecker in this situation.
why? Because he got in there after Max left.
Either that or it's Trey Hendrickson's agent calling up going,
He's like,
you guys really traded 2 for him when my guy's just chilling here and we're interested.
yeah. Put a
What's it
thermometer
gonna
on that
take?
bed and it's still 98 degrees if you want me to just hop in there. Bed's still warm.
Yeah.
What do we do?
That's still feeling good.
Hell
Is
of
that
a
thing ready
deal.
to go again? Give it a
Hell of a deal for Trey.
give it another go. 4 years, 112 million is a lot of money. The Bears were not ready to spend that. Let's face it.
Yeah, and I didn't want them to anyway. It's too tough. But like, what was that deal now? I want to know what the money was for Trey Hendrickson because it was a lot of money for him. 4 years, 112 million.
Yeah, 4 years, 112.
It's a lot of money.
Bears couldn't have. Like I just said, Bears could not have.
That's a
afforded that.
28 mil cap hit per year. How much is guaranteed? Up to 120 with incentives, 60 million guaranteed, 20 million signing bonus.
Bears can't do that right now.
They have too many holes. And I didn't want them to do it anyway, and I'm happy that they didn't. But all things considered, it makes the Ravens look bad, in my opinion. And because they knew this was a thing already. And the Raiders now are like, well, we're not gonna trade him because we can't get 2 firsts for him. And other teams have already made their moves. Like even like you said, the Raiders signed a bunch of guys, spent a lot of money. Other teams already made their moves.
Like I said, you're better off at this stage of the game saying, you know what, we just spent a shit ton of money and we have a locked and loaded defense, Nakobe Dean. And now you bring in Max and like
injured
stacked.
Nakobe Dean. Yeah, but
Well, Nakobe Dean when he's looking good,
he's good. Yeah.
on a defense. Georgia Bulldog, there's a guy who
Where do you play?
can dog for you. Georgia.
Yeah, but in the NFL?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles had a Georgia guy.
Go figure.
I
Half
would've
of that
thought.
team's from Georgia. Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter might
Phillips.
might be gone too.
Well,
We can get
if
into
the
that.
Bears are smart, they're going, hey, why don't you come into the building? But they're not. So
Yeah. Well, and there's a
Jalen
lot to cover.
I don't think Jalen Carter's moving at any time soon. He's too good.
Hey, it's him or AJ Brown. But a trade happened on Thursday that we missed last week because we recorded on Wednesdays. DJ Moore's
That
Buffalo
Bears.
Bill. What were your immediate reactions of that trade?
Vince, you texted me the trade update when it flew out, and Ryan Poles was at the combine the week before, basically stating, like, we love what DJ does and this and that. Basically saying it without saying it that we're open for business.
Yeah.
And Joe Brady used to coach him in Carolina and is now the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Made a Madden-esque move to go, hey, we want DJ. Here's a 2nd-round pick. Give us DJ and a 5th. And the Bears were like, all right, bet, as the kids would say these days. And I love it.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to see him go, obviously. Like, if in the best world he stays and everybody else comes with us and everything's all fine and dandy. You look at a couple other wide receiver trades in the past and the present and the future, the Bills overpaid a little bit. They overpaid a little bit.
They overpaid if he goes and
if he's good and great.
absolutely crushes.
That's all fine. But my thought was like, you just don't want to trade him for a 6th-round pick and then have him go and be a monster. If he's a monster with Josh Allen, then I'm happy for him. I want him to win. I want all the good things. Michael Pittman trade happens. A couple other trades happen. And you're like, that package from Michael Pittman was not near a second-round pick. And Michael Pittman and DJ Moore, comparatively, DJ Moore's better, but how much?
Well, Michael Pittman doesn't have anybody to throw him the football.
Well, and you can argue that he still doesn't.
Well, and that's fair. But Michael Pittman is still a young
DJ was a monster
DJ.
for half the year last year.
Yes, he was. DJ was a monster when it counted. When that wide receiver room was pretty beat up. When Rome goes down.
Oh, I was talking about Daniel Jones. I was talking about Daniel Jones throwing to Michael Pittman.
Okay. Well, they did some great things the second half and first half of the year.
First half.
Now,
until Philip Rivers came.
The Bears doing this, they go out in free agency and sign Khalif Raymond, who has been a just staple for the Detroit Lions in the return game. And then not only that, but he also, is a gadget type player that they
played under Ben
on offense and knows Ben's offense, which is huge. So, there's a guy that is going to step into the Zacchaeus role pretty quickly because Zacchaeus is gone. He's signed with Atlanta, so he wants to catch lefties. But you go where the money is at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I think it was a good move overall. Sad to see him go. Gives Rowe more opportunities. Lets Luther play more. It was a position where you had a lot of quality on a team that had a lot of other needs.
Well, this just tells me one thing. Ben Johnson's going to go, we're going to run the football. That's going to be our identity. And we're also going to sprinkle in a lot of 2 tight end sets. And Colson Loveland's going to be this joker that can line up anywhere on the field. And they're going to utilize the shit out of that, which we saw a lot of in the last half of the season in the playoffs.
100%. And you know what? Rome Odunze is a hell of a fucking wide receiver. So
when he's on the field, let's rephrase. When Rome Odunze is healthy, he's one of the better wide receivers in the game. I don't disagree with that.
The first 5-6 weeks, he was our number 1 receiver until he went down. Gave other guys opportunities, and they took it and they ran with it. And DJ won us games, and we'll not lie about that. So someone's going to have to take that, and hopefully it's Luther. From a recent Bear to a former Bear, Sonic and Knuckles breakup. David Monty to the Texans for Juice Scruggs, offensive lineman, a 4th and a 7th. Overpay from Houston?
A little.
Feels like it.
Considering with a draft that's packed full of running backs.
Some people would very much disagree with you.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I've heard quite the opposite. I heard that middle round talent in RBs is not high.
Vince, running backs are plug and play.
I agree. But
you want to know 2 examples I can quote right now?
You're going to talk about the Rutgers boys, which I get.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that has been a sign of the past. This year, it's not strong. Because and I am looking at it from a guise of having, Jeremiah Love as an opportunity at the beginning of the
Mel Kiper's list, which is always incredibly accurate. Tom Shea.
I don't listen to either of those fools. They're fools.
Then who?
A lot. I read a lot of draft stuff, Mike, but you're not giving me anything either. You can't say it's heavy in running backs. Give me 5 running backs that were great in college football last year.
Okay. Who's the kid who backed up Love? And
right. Two Notre Dame running backs is not a good start.
Hold on. What's his name?
Jadarian Price.
Jadarian Price. Okay. He's probably number 2. The kid coming out of Arkansas. Forget his name.
Don't know his name yet.
That one. Georgia Tech. Okay.
Don't know his name
I forget. Yet. I see. I'm just going to name the schools, but these guys are legitimate.
They could be good, but every school has a running back. But it's not like last year where there was just in the first 2 rounds there was 5 guys where you're like, shit, you can draft them anywhere.
Running back talent is so just you can plug and play running backs.
But also, who was the second or third best rookie running back last year?
Jaquavius Marks,
who's 3rd string now.
No, Jaquavius Marks, Woody Marks is going to be your 3rd down running back
over Monty.
No, Monty's going to be your bell cow.
Right.
Your 3rd down running back, your yin to yang is going to be Woody Marks.
Joe Mixon,
I don't know if he's coming back.
He might. And if he's back, then Woody Marks is the third running back on the depth
Woody
chart.
Marks is getting on the field. With what Woody Marks did at the end of
argue-
last year, Woody Marks got drafted in the 7th round.
Right. This is what I'm saying, though. I would
That's my
argue,
point.
which I agree with you generally. It's just not the strongest draft this year, which is why people are spending on running backs. That is my argument.
Listen,
If they felt like
Speculation.
if teams feel like they can go out and get running backs at a high quality elite level, then they're going to go do it in the draft. Teams don't feel like they're going to do that, and we've seen running backs get money in free agency, and you can't deny that. We got a list of what? 6 guys that all got paid.
From a managerial standpoint, it is not smart. When you can plug and play running backs in the draft every year, you could take 3 running backs in UDFA, and I put good money on it that one of them's going to make the team.
It's just, not everybody's Cal Manon guy, not everybody's Isaiah Pacheco. That's the only argument. That's why I feel like
this isn't 2002. This isn't 2002 where running backs are getting paid as like quarterbacks. No.
I'm with you, but I'm just saying we shall see, because they did give up some money for these running backs. But also, giving up an O lineman, a 4th rounder, and a 7th rounder for David Montgomery is crazy.
I think it's way overpaying. When you could have drafted
kind of agree with you, but I think it's
Yes.
because they don't feel like the opportunity's there to get a better running back than that.
Okay. And Montgomery was hurt the second half of last year. Why
Sure,
Jahmyr
yeah.
Gibbs got all the touches he did. So you're putting yourself in a very similar position. You want to know who's not overpaying for running backs and actually letting running backs walk?
The Seahawks?
The team who just won a fucking Super Bowl. Yes,
With
the
the
Seahawks.
running back. We'll see if it works.
They like Charbonnet, and you know what they're going to say? Okay, we'll draft a guy in the 4th, 5th round.
But what
that we
happens
really
in
like.
the first 99 yards of the field? Because
They have
Charbonnet
Charbonnet.
only ran it in from the 1 yard line.
All he
last
needs
year.
to do.
Not
Okay,
really. They
hey,
got to run the ball.
We just gave Rashid Shaheed $50 million, which is
Right.
insane for a guy. Once again, same principle with wide receiver talent, undrafted free agent out of Weber State.
Yeah. He's
Shout
a
out to
hell of
Weber
a fucking
State.
player, though.
Shout out to
But
Weber
also, for every one good undrafted free agent is 100 bad undrafted free agents.
State. Of course, you're not wrong.
You're playing the lottery.
What I am getting at, though, is the abundance of talent at the skill positions of running back and wide receiver in today's game. Okay. You will see somebody get picked up in the 4th to 6th round who will start on Sunday at running back or wide receiver or both.
You'll see somebody in the 2nd round that's going to get 4 years, 116. It feels like, because you get, and we're going to get into this, but you got Alec Pierce, you got DK Metcalf, you got Deebo Samuel, all those 2nd round guys, some of the best wide receivers in the league.
Well, Alec Pierce got paid a bag, and good for him. That's a Naperville product. That's
He's
Glenbard South.
Yes, sir. They have a lot of guys coming out of that school, actually, but he's a deep
Glenbard
ball guy.
South.
They didn't. I think it's South. It's North or South, one of the other ones. He was a deep ball threat for the majority of the year last year, but he can dink and dunk across the middle too, and they're going to let him do it. I want to get into all these signs because we have signatures on 50 guys that are worth talking about.
Glenbard West.
Okay. Yeah, they're orange. They're black and yellow or black and orange, something like that. They got
Football, basketball, track, and volleyball. His senior year in 2017, he was named the
IHSA
FCA Class A 8 All-State Selection Suburban Life All-Area Team Member. Two-way player,
I made the
wide
vocal
receiver.
jazz group for that.
Damn, Vince.
Very cool.
Look
I
out.
know.
Look out
I
for
was a
my
better
guy, dude.
singer. I was a better singer than an athlete, but you can still be into it. All right, let's talk about some people signing. We should go by position, I believe, unless you're outside
Okay.
of that.
No, let's do it.
The domino that fell, because quarterback's the first conversation, and going into this, it's Kyler Murray, Malik Willis, what's going to happen with those two, and then Tua's going to Miami. Tua starts it off by signing with the Falcons. I think it's a good move. I do. I think it's a good move for him. I think it's the right team. Penix isn't going to play. Let me give my justice here. Penix isn't going to play in the beginning of the year. Tua is not a deep ball thrower. He goes to Kevin Stefanski offense that he has receivers, and who runs that offense, Mike?
Stefanski.
What player?
Of course, the quarterback. So, yeah, let's go to the guy with mashed potato brains.
I'm going to argue that the whole offense runs through the running back. The whole offense runs through Bijan Robinson. If Bijan goes, they go. They're not going to be pushing the ball downfield. Stefanski's not going to be running a push the ball downfield offense. It's going to be laying on the running back, short plays, make the right read is going to be the whole thing with them. They have a lefty quarterback that's supposed to start in Penix. They have a lefty backup. They have a lefty center. Their entire team is lefty. Bijan Robinson, lefty. Fun fact.
Vince, this is the podcast where we just don't agree. I don't know the justification for signing old fucking, mashed potato brains over here.
Versus who? Who else is your second quarterback?
I mean, one could argue Kirk Cousins won him fucking 7 games last year. Good.
And you also got to flip the whole offense with another righty.
Stefanski's played with him too, which is very surprising. And whatever they want to do, whatever you're going to
I think they want to let him ride out into the sunset, have an opportunity to start. He's not going to start for them.
Well, okay, so Kirk's going to go somewhere and start. Yeah. You hope.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if it's going to happen for Kirk.
They're running out of spots.
Yeah, you're running out of opportunity, Kirk. You could see Cleveland maybe being an option, but
I'm seeing that Deshaun might start next year.
Well, I think it's Shador. Todd Monken wanted to draft him, so he's like, "Hey, motherfucker, you're gonna."
You see that the Ravens were like talking about drafting him, and that was a whole talk during the draft when he dropped so far, and they didn't want to take him, and Harbaugh didn't want to take him, and Monken's like, "Get him, he's a leader." We'll see.
Well, and now he's got his guy. With that being said, I don't know where Kirk goes. You look at Tua, you look at this Falcons team, they signed Zacchaeus, they franchise tag Pitts. Austin Hooper signs a 1-year deal. And then
Zacchaeus played there like 3 years ago?
Yeah, 2-3 years
ago. Yeah. And they got him back. Good for them.
Familiar. I mean, that's easy.
Are they going to be great now? Can they win the division? Absolutely. They can win that division.
Well, to migrate to a different position of running back, I'm high on the Saints.
I like them.
I think the Saints are going to be really good next year.
Shuck
they just signed Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
Shuck up or nut up. They just signed Etienne to 4 years, $52 million.
I like it.
They signed Noah Fant, who's a freak athlete.
He's a beast. Iowa products like every other tight end.
Caden Ellis. Okay, there's a signing.
Chris Olave still on the team. Tyler Shuck looking good.
They're going to be really good.
Mm-hmm. I think Kellen Moore runs a good offense for them. And I think Tyler Shuck is a good player. Like this is the thing.
Tyler Shuck's a good quarterback.
What's the most reachable division in the NFL? It's the same place in two conferences. It's the South in both conferences. AFC or NFC. But in reality, the NFC South, like the Falcons were out of the playoffs,
open
8 weeks into the season, and they ended up being 1 game away from making the playoffs last year. And the Bucs, are they better? I don't think they're better. And Todd Bowles isn't a good coach, so there's really anything can happen.
I think the Bucs got worse.
They did.
You now bring in Kenneth Gainwell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Rashad White's going to resign.
And they lose their
Mike
leader.
Evans gone.
Yeah, which let's go to that since it's in conversation. Did you think he was ever going to leave? You think it's going to be one jersey?
I thought he was going to be one jersey forever. I just think the messaging's getting old, and he's like, you know what? Where can I go?
This is what I was saying.
An offense where I'll be the number one guy right away.
What made him leave? It's got to be Bowles. He's got to be like, okay, I'm done with this motherfucker. Like, what are we doing?
It's either that or just, you know what? I got so much time left in the bag here, and I want to go try and win with a team that I know has an offense that could suit what I do and do well.
Well, he's going to play the Devontae Adams.
For the Wizard.
He's going to go play Devontae Adams for him. Yeah, it's going to be Shanahan running him deep post, back of the end zone, put it where he can catch it, Brock Purdy
Yeah.
throwing him the ball, I kind of like it. The other conversation is watch out for that substation because you're not necessarily healthy all the time.
Well, and now you got but the problem is who's going to protect Brock Purdy because Trent Williams is a free agent.
Suppose he's I think he's still signed with them. I think he just wants out.
No,
Is he? I thought he demanded a trade. Let me check.
I don't think he demanded a trade. I think his contract's up.
For now, 49ers trading Trent Williams would make no sense. Well, they can't trade him if they.
True.
I don't know.
Depending on the article.
Yeah, whatever it's saying. But either way. Oh, yeah, there you go. 2 days ago. 49ers are said to be open to trading him if they get the right offer. So, yeah, he's still on the team. He's still contracted. Listen, Mike Williams isn't the healthiest man in his advanced age. This is a team full of injured guys. You hope that they don't get injured again because that full brass, they're the second or third best team in the NFC, give or take. I think if he can go out there and play Devontae Adams' role, then they could give the Rams a run for their money.
I don't disagree. It's just more so the defense being capable of playing at a high level.
And if they're healthy.
Well, that's why when Bosa's on the field, man, he's destroying people.
Yeah.
But without him, there's a lot of issues.
He's been off it more than he's been on it in the last 2 years. So
correct. And the Bosa brothers, I hate to say it, but as they start to age, and like his brother, you start to see things tamper off a little.
let's take a page out of Will Smith's discography and welcome to Miami, Malik Willis.
Malik Willis going to Miami is the most aggressive former Packers coach thing ever.
It's the right move.
I guess.
It is. Because the coach, Packers, GM Titans, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, bottom line.
This is just.
How do you win with a quarterback who doesn't throw the football?
There's a bunch of guys that drafted him and believe in his talent and think that they can make him good. What you hope is that a guy comes in that says, hey, if we get this guy, I can make him something. And I'm sure that the conversation going in is like, hey, if we can push and try to get Malik Willis, I think I can make him a franchise quarterback. Does that always work? 20% of the time. But if you want anything, it's you get the guy that drafted him, you get the guy that coached him, and they both believe in him, then fuck it, try. What's the other option?
You push
Ty
and pull
Simpson?
enough, you'll eventually get something to show for it.
Right. Freeze the rope. Dude,
Freeze it.
you could draft Ty Simpson. You can try to go out and get some other quarterback. In my opinion, he showed enough last year where it's like, remember when he was drafted?
Kyler would have been great for them.
Do you remember when Malik Willis was drafted?
Yeah.
And it was high, and you're like, that's crazy. But the talent was there, but he was raw talent. He spent
Vince,
2 years.
You're not going to convince me that Malik Willis is a starting quarterback in the NFL.
I don't think he's going to be good. I'm just
It's
saying.
like how you're not going to convince me that Gardner Minshew is the real deal starting quarterback in the NFL. They're bridges.
He's not, but you know why they're doing that. But this
he is.
This contract is not. No, but they're not saying that he's going to be the franchise starter for a long time. Minshew is. They signed Malik Willis with intention for him to start, and there is no better place for him to fit than Miami, is my argument. That was the place he had to go. Will it work
if he
out?
was planning
Probably
to
not.
start, good for him that you got a starting role. God bless.
Why would he
That's
not?
amazing.
The only thing you want in the NFL is a chance to start.
He's done nothing but just show up when he needed to and beat
He
some
did
shitty
more
teams.
than Matt Flynn. He did. Matt Flynn played for a game and a half.
Matt Flynn played for 4 games, to be
And it
fair,
wasn't
and he
good.
beat some really good football teams.
All right. Are you going to play Matt Flynn over Malik Willis? I'm going to win this bet. 100%.
There were different eras.
I don't need this. Moving on.
Hey, just get off your Malik Willis soapbox, will you? Jeez.
Somebody goes into a coma 10 years ago, and they're a New York Jets fan, and they wake up and they say, hey, who's the quarterback of the New York Jets? And someone says, Geno Smith. And they
Okay,
go,
this I agree with.
wow, he's been on the team this long. That would be the reaction.
What are the Jets doing?
Still?
What are they doing?
They are in their room, in a dark room, cranking off to Texas Longhorn State is what they're doing. They did this on purpose. They're like, stopgap.
Is that the plan?
They're not going to win this year. They know that. Their team's not that good.
Is this the plan to just be like, you know what? You just fuck it, tank for Arch.
We got to look for
Tank
a
for
quarterback.
Julian
Let's
Saint.
look at the only team that was worse than us last year and then get their quarterback. That's
What
what
if they
did.
take like Garrett Nussmeier or Carson Beck or some shit?
In the 4th round? Go ahead. Have a blast.
I just don't think Mendoza's him.
We'll see. The Raiders are taking him. We already know that.
It's a done
But
deal. It's
it's
although
the Jets,
like 2 weeks before the draft, it'll be like, we don't know.
I know. It's gonna.
We
they're gonna
might
do all that
trade
shit.
the pick.
Yeah, because they need to act like there's fire. This is a, hey, Gino, come in here, play a year. We're going to get the 1st overall pick next year because they're the worst team in the league now. Undeniably. They're easily tanking, knowing this is going to happen. They're going to draft Arch Manning and see if it works out. And Manning guys in New York works out. So they're going to try it out. Wrong team, same state. Actually, wrong team, still the same state, which is also the wrong state. But Geno Smith, welcome back.
What if by that time the Cowboys are just kind of done with the Dak experiment? Dak, by the way, calls off his engagement.
Yeah, that's what we forgot.
Mrs. Strange and Unusual once again, but I remembered.
Do you know how
My art form
yes.
is back.
Do you know when they called off the engagement?
Like 2 weeks before the wedding, right?
During joint bachelor and bachelorette parties.
This is why you don't do that.
I know.
You don't do joint bachelorette.
Never
What's
do that. Never do that.
Okay, so what do you speculate happened?
I
Was
don't
he
know what
trying
the
to get
issue
with one of
was.
the bridesmaids? Was he
They
trying to
were-
boom boom with one of the bridesmaids?
So there's
Was she
been a
trying
lot
to
of
boom boom with one of
talk.
the groomsmen?
There's been a lot of talk. A lot of people thought it was prenup conversations. That's been poo-pooed. One of his shitty ass friends, like sent a reporter what their message was, saying that they called their wedding off, which horrible friend. Fuck you. You're not invited to the next one.
Wow, what a dick move.
Dickhead. I know. What an absolute asshole. Dude, I don't know what it could be. But I think at the end of the day, just don't have joint. That's so dumb. And also, I guess like at her bachelorette party was a bunch of like Dallas Cowboys wives and girlfriends and all that shit. They were there too. So it's just like, her whole friend group was surrounded around Dak Prescott.
Now, here's what's going to be funny if she tries to date another athlete like within the division.
Oh, that'd be
or
awesome.
on the Cowboys. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Craziness.
Isn't Cooper DeJean dating some fine shits right now?
Cooper DeJean was dating one of the wrestling ladies. Which he used to-
one of the Bella
like,
twins. Yeah.
Nikki Bella, I think.
Nikki
Yeah.
Bella.
Shout out to Cooper
Good for
DeJean,
him.
totally cashing in on his position in life. Now, I would say to all the PSAs that we could give a PSA to, public service announcement, don't do joint bachelor.
Different cities,
parties.
different weekends.
Different city, different weekends. It's just, no.
You don't need to drunk
No.
call each other at 2 a.m. and be like, and you're like, all right, nothing good can come out of that. But
Like, it's insecure. Like, just go have your own fun. Go
Like
be
that-
with your girls. I'm going to go be with the boys.
like that
We
Jasmine
want to do
Sullivan
different
song,
things.
Insecure. Listen to it. Understand it. It is. It's stupid. I don't want him to be away from me. Well, he's going to be at some point. He's an NFL player. So get that together. All right.
Well,
We
let's
have a lot
talk
of-
about the Cowboys then.
Yes.
We're on the Cowboys.
Sure.
They traded for Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Bears, where were you? But chances are the Packers are like, fuck you. We're not talking to you people.
One, they would not trade it to the Bears. And also, he was going to get released. This is my favorite move because Geno Smith was a trade technically too, right? I think
Yeah.
it was like a 7th or something like that. This is my favorite move is these guys are going to get released. And then the option becomes, do we let him go to free agency where he can sign anywhere? Or do we give them peanuts and have him come to our team where he has to stay with us. Which is the same thing they did with Rashawn Gary, because he was going to get released by the Packers, and then Jerry's like, he's better than the rest, so let's just give him some peanuts and have him come to our team. Which I like. I think it's good for them. We'll see how it works out. They got a hell of a defensive line now.
Pair him up with, pair him up with
Quinnen?
Williams in the middle. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's dirty up the middle. You can't be running on them anymore. Well, also, they saw the Bears run their asses off against them last year, and they're like, And every team, their run defense was atrocious last year, so they needed to make some updates to that team.
Very true. The Giants, it was likely that some things were going to happen. And
John needed his guy.
John, do you think John knew he was on the way out and was like, you know what? Let's give Mark Andrews a shit ton of money. Isaiah, we can't fit it in the budget. He knew he was leaving.
I don't think he did. Otherwise, he would have stepped away.
I think he did.
He got fired, man.
Technically.
Maybe the writing was on the wall and it didn't go well,
Totally.
but they gave him money before they even started the season, thinking that the Ravens were going to be good this year. If the Ravens were good this year, he wouldn't be fired.
Isaiah Likely, though, getting 3 years, $40 million is nuts.
He's a hell of a player. He's a hell of a player.
He is. You're Jackson Dart. You're like, thank the Lord.
Yeah. Well, and he's going to set him up with a good enough team where he can compete. But I would just be worried if Malik Neighbors ever leaves, he's never going to give him a receiver because they never gave Lamar one either. So, that's
Neighbors is going to come back, and
I'm just saying if he ever leaves, Harbaugh's never going to give him a receiver again. He's going to go his whole career without having a receiver.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless you can bring Anquan Bolden out of retirement.
Yeah, bring Anquan out of retirement, please. Another thing you could say, Tremaine Edmonds, former Bears, signs with the Giants as well for a bag.
I think that's good. I think it's good for them. I saw a sneaky little trade rumor that they were trying to get rid of Kayvon Thibodeau, which I was like, get on that train, see if you can turn them around. I don't know. They're a team that's like kind of turning it over, had some flashes, had some fun last year, but they're not very good.
Turn around.
What?
What are you turning around Kayvon Thibodeau?
He hasn't been very good.
Like double-digit sacks his rookie year.
I know, but he
just
really
had a down year.
Yeah, he has. Well, it's him, and then it's also who's the Penn State guy that was Abdul Carter.
Down year for a shitty team.
Abdul Carter didn't do shit last year either.
Well, you hired the man for the job to reclaim a defense. So.
Yeah, special teams coordinator John Harbaugh. All right, Daniel Jones back to the Colts. Good or bad?
Good.
Had to, right?
Must.
He's going on the Kirk Cousins train right now. I just want to let you be known. When we're recording this 10 years from now and Daniel Jones is trying to sign on his 7th team and he's going to get another $100 million, we're going to be like, how did he do this? How did he do this?
I don't know about, he did tear his Achilles at the end of last year.
Think about it, though. Like, Kirk Cousins has been pretty good for a while. He gets paid a lot. Kirk Cousins has gotten paid more than like any other fucking quarterback in the NFL.
This is true.
Daniel Jones is going on his 2nd contract. That's pretty damn good. Has he been elite in the NFL for half a season?
Right. I would argue that Danny Dimes has the window right now to go play for a team that is clearly trying to win now. You have the best running back in the game, Jonathan Taylor. They just signed his guy, got rid of Michael Pittman. You're probably going to draft a wide receiver. Things are looking up for the Colts. They protect him well, too. Minus that Achilles thing. Sauce. They're going to do some things there. Edge rushers are starting to get paid.
Yeah.
The Quiddy pay move by the Colts in particular, interesting. The Carolina Panthers going to sign Jalen Phillips for $120 million when he didn't even record double-digit sacks last year just makes me scratch my head.
That's what happens. Well, he got traded halfway through the year. That's what happens when you go to the Eagles. When you go to the Eagles, you pay him an extra $20 million because you're like, something happened in Philadelphia. I am under the impression that anytime someone goes to free agency and you pay them and you're a team that isn't very good and you want to get better, you have to overpay for those original free agents. You just have to, because you have to entice them to go to Carolina. Does he want to go to Carolina? You're not going to be Julius Peppers, but we like you to be. That's what the Panthers are right now. It's just like, can he be better? Let's see if we can do it. And fuck it, we'll see. But he wasn't great on the Dolphins. They wanted to up him and say that he was great on the Dolphins. He goes to the Eagles. He plays a lot better the second half of the season. And bada bing, bada boom, he gets paid back.
So
Okay.
all the pass rushers are off the board.
Yep.
Chubb signs with the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
Hendrickson, all these guys are basically with the AFC teams minus Jalen Phillips. Which leads me to my next question.
Yeah.
Are the Bears allergic to pass rushers? Are we allergic to wanting to sign them? Are we allergic to drafting them? Are we allergic?
I think money's tight and they wanted to spend it elsewhere. That's what it feels like. And it was tight. And then they get rid of Edmonds and they go and sign Kobe Bryant.
$30 million to Devin Bush. You don't sign Kevin Byard. You sign Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
not the Kobe Bryant, but
who I want to say
Bryant.
Is a fucking dog. I think he's going to be a dog for us next year.
He played on a very good defense. Don't forget.
I think our defense is going to be good next year. I hope.
You re-sign Braxton fucking Jones, and then you bring in another guy from the Colts, which we know how it worked with Io Adangbo, which he can barely get out of his own way.
Never forget Yannick Ngakoue. We did
and
that
never
too.
forget Yannick Ngakoue, who actually did pretty decent for us.
He's okay.
Nonetheless.
He was okay.
Yeah, he actually performed. But once again, leads me to the next question. Are you allergic, Ryan Poles, to signing decent defensive end talent?
I think he wants to draft one.
Well, he's never done it before, and every time he's had the opportunity, he shits the bed.
I know. I don't think he wants to spend the money
to draft
there.
Darnell Wright, which is fine.
Who now is a hell of a pick. It really is.
Okay, Vince.
He's been good.
You could have drafted Jared Verse.
Right? But is Jared Verse if he's not in that defense? I don't know. We'll see. They're still young. I just, I think he's going to... This is a deep safety draft. We said it earlier, but this is a deep edge draft. I think the first two picks are going to be edge and safety.
They need to be.
I think
this whole draft, I feel like, needs to be rebuilding the defense.
And I think edges might fall a little bit because there's other people that need to fill stuff too. We'll see what happens.
But what has Ryan Poles done in his tenure as GM that gives you any sort of confidence that he's going to get it right?
In that position, nothing yet. We'll see. But also,
so
Luther was a good pick. Colston was a good pick. It's all offense. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Nahshon Wright. Nahshon Wright just got paid by the Jets.
Who's to say that half of that draft on offense wasn't Ben Johnson being like, I got this.
But then maybe that changes this year. I'm not going to be a pessimist for no reason, is what I'm saying.
Oh, Vince, there's a fucking reason. He's been in charge now for almost 5 years.
Shamar Turner incomplete. Shamar Turner's an incomplete grade.
Okay, what about the other one?
Which one? Austin Booker?
Jervin Dexter.
He was pretty good.
Is he?
He hasn't been great. He's been good. And anyway, that was a traded pick that they got.
What did he have? 6 sacks last year?
He was, and he was good his rookie year. He can't be amazing every year.
He's not the second round pick you thought he was. Shamar Turner hasn't played a snap.
What did you think he was going to be? Warren Sapp? Like, you can't.
He's a second round draft pick. You should be capable.
Warren
of
Sapp was top 10.
I'm not saying you should be a top 10 pick.
From a defensive tackle position.
Hypothetically, if you draft somebody in the first 3 rounds, you want them to be a mover and a shaker. And Gervin Dexter
can't do that, and he's been good. He has been good.
Okay, let's put it marginal at best. And then Austin Booker, undersized. Nothing that is giving me like, oh man, that's the
couple flash plays. What is he? 3rd rounder, 4th rounder, 5th rounder. Okay, yeah.
You know who you took before him?
No idea.
My favorite draft pick ever.
Corey Taylor. Dog.
Yeah.
Don't hate
best punter in Madden ever.
You're a hater.
You see what I'm getting at? This man has done nothing.
Saying. I know what you're saying.
To give any Bears fan confidence that he's going to have any capability
on the defensive side
to draft defensive talent. The only guy he drafted that was worth a shit that he's not choosing to re-sign is the other mashed potato, Brisker. He can't stay on the field.
Yeah. But who knows?
Let me ask you this.
It's a new dawn. What is he going to give up drafting privileges? Fucking no way.
No. I have a serious question.
Maybe it was Ian Cunningham.
Is the defense better when Ryan Poles took it over, which had Roquan Smith?
What, the Nagy or Eberflus?
Before Pace,
so Nagy.
Poles took it over.
Yeah.
Before Ryan Poles took it over. So pre-Nagy or whatever the hell it was. You had Akeem Hicks. You had Roquan Smith.
Dude.
You had...
No defense we've had was better than that. What was our issue?
I'm like Christopher in The Sopranos.
What was our issue?
What?
Our entire offense.
I get it.
You can have one and you can have the other.
I want them both so bad.
The deal is you got to get both. And I'm saying that it's not impossible that he does so. I think he made good moves in free agency. Yes, he didn't sign an edge rusher, but he also didn't overspend on an edge rusher to fill in different needs. If he drafts an edge rusher in the first round, then he better be a good player.
We're allergic.
I'm not trying to look at it and be like he should have signed whoever. Like, he wouldn't have signed Jalen Phillips to that deal because that was insane. And we're not the Panthers. Like, would you want to get Trey Hendrickson? They overpaid for him too, and he's old. And he's not going to look great at the end of that. And then we're going to be like, we spent too much money on him in 3 years.
Check back with me on how I feel after the draft.
I'll check back with you in 3 years when I say, how is that Trey Hendrickson this shit working out? Should have kept Maxx Crosby.
I didn't want to sign these guys. I don't disagree. You need to draft the talent, but can you? That's the question.
Doesn't matter if he can or he can't because he will. That's what we're looking at. Yep.
To your point, takeaways, drafting privileges, give them to the Taxi Squad podcast. In other news, the Bears got fucked by the NFL.
Mike Green.
Yes, Mike Green. Thank you, Mike Green. Love Mike Green. Bears got fucked by the NFL. Should have received two conditional third-round draft picks by the Atlanta Falcons because of Ian Cunningham getting signed and the Rooney Rule and all the shit that goes with it. And because Matt Ryan's punk ass is technically the GM and Ian Cunningham is the I don't know what.
He's Matt Ryan is the president of football, and then Ian Cunningham's the general manager. The rule is if you sign a minority front office person to a promotion, whatever that position would be. So he goes from assistant GM to GM. You get compensatory picks for that. But since Matt Ryan is president of football and Poles was at the top of the ladder, Ian Cunningham slots into that second position again, even though he's a GM. It's garbage because Matt Ryan did an interview and he said, well, Ian Cunningham's making all the decisions. You're like, so why is he even there?
He's like, I'm just Arthur Blank's just fun face to the organization.
It was so dumb. They got screwed out of that. It was so stupid.
They got effed in the A. They should have received at least a PP touch over the pants. Something.
I agree. OTPHJ, at least one.
One OTPHJ?
Just one. I'm not asking too much.
Just see how it feels.
I don't gotta take it out. I just want you to touch me. Okay, a couple more things before we wrap this baby up. Kenneth Walker goes to the Chiefs.
Crazy.
I think it's a good move for them. Their running game has been dead.
It's a good move for them. I don't know what the Seahawks were thinking. They were just like, Charbonnet's our guy. I don't know.
We'll see what happens in the first 99 yards, like I said before, because he was just a touchdown guy. But Kenneth Walker goes to the Chiefs. Pacheco leaves to go to the Lions. Some people are saying it's the new Knuckles in Sonic and Knuckles. We'll see. But
I feel like Pacheco lost a step and he was cheap. What they sign him for? $2 million or something?
Nothing, peanuts. Yeah. I think Kenneth Walker, though, with Mahomes really hasn't had a running back. Since they tried to do the Clyde Edwards-Helaire situation, it didn't work out. Kareem Hunt's been okay, but like he had a running back in the first 2-3 Super Bowls they went to, or 2 Super Bowls they went to. You get Kenneth Walker in here, Super Bowl MVP. If he can stay healthy, that opens up their offense a little bit. They're going to be better than they were last year, in my opinion. And they don't have Nagy, which isn't going to ruin them either.
Time is going to tell. Matt Nagy never got hired, by the way.
No, he didn't. No, he's somewhere, but he's just not a head coach.
He didn't get the head coaching job. Once again, still believe that guy should play in college. I don't know if the horses are there for Kansas City, and especially in the draft. I guess the real question now is, where is your guy Jeremiah Love going to go?
This was the whole conversation with running backs. And I've been listening a lot about this because I'm like, he's got to go somewhere. And I listened to somebody compare him to the way that O.J. Simpson runs today, and I started laughing. I'm like, only on the field.
What's up, Twitter world?
He's top 10, you think. But the
or is he top 5?
He could be, because the position for him to get drafted, I thought, was easily Kansas City. I thought that's where he was going, no question. So, okay, so what's the draft order right now? Because obviously it's not the Raiders. They already got
Raiders
their
1,
back.
Jets 2.
I'm not going to the
3
Jets.
is
Cards? Tennessee taking them?
maybe. Tennessee could take him. I could see
The
Tennessee
Giants
totally.
got scat. They're not taking them. The Browns aren't going to take them, probably. Maybe.
Browns could.
Commanders? I mean, he's going top 10. I don't have any denying of that right now.
I think the reason you see teams like the Chiefs and the Saints going after these picks now of ETN and Kenneth Walker is exactly
because they're not going to be able to get him. Yeah.
They're not going to be able to get the guy that they want. Now, if he falls, that's going to be crazy.
That would be crazy.
If you're the Bears.
And if he gets to the Bears, I don't give a fuck. Like, trade DeAndre Swift and draft him. If he ends up being at 25, you get that motherfucker. Best player available.
You do it. Yes, you do. But I don't think the market for aging running backs is a thing right now. So
it doesn't matter. Trade him for, like, cash considerations and get Jeremiah Love. I don't care. Grab him.
Get your head in the game.
Gotta get your head in the game. Yeah, Algier to Arizona, whatever. Their quarterback situation is going to be interesting as shit.
By the time this free agency window is closed, the Bears have now done nothing that makes you really believe that their defense is going to be better.
No.
You let your leader on defense walk and buy
for $9 million. They really should have signed him for 1 year, $9 million.
Which he could have done. Maybe he's ring chasing. I don't know.
He's on the Pats too, and fuck the Pats. Like, what a $9 million for 1 year. Kevin Byard was worth it. They have the money in the budget. They should have done it.
And everything that Poles was saying was, yeah, I got this. Like, let me cook, and I'll get it done. And no, they didn't get it done.
And he wanted to come back too. So it's just that one. That one was a sore spot because they're not going to bring back Brisker.
Scratcher.
Brisker's going to ask for more, and it looks like he's not coming back. So they got to draft a safety and an edge rusher. And when Jeremiah Love falls to 25, they're going to draft him too. What are we going to do?
No shit.
He's not going to
no
be past
chance.
10. He's not going to be past 10. But
I just pray they draft all defense. And then, hey, you know who's another free agent, Vince? That we didn't talk about? Taylor Decker has requested to be released from the Lions.
Oh.
One of the best left tackles in football.
Yeah, get him then. Why do you get...
It makes too much sense. It makes too much sense now, doesn't it?
Was he the one that... No, he wasn't the one that retired and then stopped retiring. He's been released. Yeah, he's been released.
It seems like he could go to Chicago. Maybe they were just saving their pennies.
They got Jedrick Wills, dude.
No. I think the Bears are like, okay, we're going to bring in Decker. He's going to be the guy at left tackle. It makes a lot of sense.
I did just see the Bears bowed out of Taylor Decker market with the 2 LT. I mean, they signed 2 left tackles today, and neither of them were Taylor Decker.
Great. We're fucked. Awesome. In that conversation, yeah, it just made too much sense. But the Bears are going to bear. And we're going to hopefully you just pray you don't go that sophomore slump that happened with Nagy in 2018 and 2019. And that's really where my head's going because I'm a pessimist and I'm a Bears fan. So baseball. We got it. It's exciting. I'm excited. This is probably going to be my last weekend of spring training. I'll send updates. Yeah, Vince, it's always fun. It is
always fun. And just an update, 55 Georgetown, 47 DePaul with 1:47 left. Looking bleak. Kids.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think your Blue Demons are doing it this year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
It's okay. Gotta believe.
Let's see if we can start fundraiser for the DePaul Blue Demons for Vince's very own.
We need him.
Squad
Why doesn't
podcast.
God give us money, dude?
We're gonna do this. Believe it and know it. And as always, we appreciate you joining us. If you haven't yet, like, follow, share with a friend, and of course, think about the T's over the P's. Right? Think about the touches over the pants every now and again.
OTPHJ for your friends at home. You got good friends. Hey, and if you're in Chicago or elsewhere, enjoy St. Patrick's Day.
Be safe.
Drink some water.
Yes. Drink water. Don't tell your friends they don't know.
Yeah.
And aimlessly.
Don't pull a Paul.
Don't go nonverbal. Don't become Paul. And
you don't know.
As always, drink responsibly, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Talking Tales with Mike and Vince. Oh, jazzy beats while we dispense. Yeah,